or they've been adopted, or maybe they don't have much of a family, or they came from, just unique
Well,
situations.
that's different, but where we're talking about in those dynamics where you do have strong families. And if you
Yeah.
do have strong families, regardless of your faith system or your culture or whatever, you should be able to be like, hey, I'm close with most of my family, the majority of my family, and we kick it every year, you know what I'm saying, for reunions. We go down for grandma's, birthday or whatever, all of us. So I need you to get along. To me, that's a standard.
Okay. I was just stating that because I just realistic because most our from our community, most of us, come from single moms homes, and it could be kind of like chaotic when you go down that family line.
Mm. I want to play this dude Sad Guru talking about arranged marriages. The video is titled Why Arranged Marriages Are Better Than Love Marriages.
Oh, I wouldn't wait, because the
So
last time I played one of his videos, they struck my channel down.
damn, that shit is crazy, man.
Yes, as soon as you play his song or anything, my stream went down.
Yeah, I appreciate that shit. I do not
Yeah,
want
He
they
this.
got
don't do it.
goons in these
The
streets. You
reason
feel
why
me?
he has
Like,
like over
can we play the
millions of
audio, maybe?
subscribers. They don't
Is
play
the
about him.
is the
Those
audio safe?
hmm?
Creative? Is the
But like
audio safe?
I
can
don't
we
think
play
so. I wouldn't even
the?
try it.
You
Do you
know,
know
he's
what he
not the
was
only
saying?
one that talked about it, right? But what he was saying in a nutshell, right? He's saying the arranged marriages last because a lot of time these people go through things and it build a bond and it make them feel like they gotta fuck with each other because damn, this person was with me when this and this happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think they feel obligated to stay with each other and make things work out. You know what I mean? A
Hmm.
lot of people look at this.
I'm
A
just
lot of
saying.
people is imagining the over romanticized relationship and is imagining the ideal situation based on the highlights of other people relationships. But you gotta ask them people to show you the low lights too. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the shit that you might be worried about, you know what I'm saying, or the shit that you might be glamorizing might not be the highlight of their relationship. Maybe it's a bunch of other shit going on. You know what I mean?
But I'm still not understanding what the difference is because I mean things that happen to quote unquote American or people who choose their partners. They can lose their parents. They can have a child that has a disability. Like they still go. You know what I'm saying? It's about the person's choice. That's why I was going back to like the reason why. Like there's no reason for whether you in an arranged marriage or you choose your marriage. You know what I'm saying? If hard things happen, it's you know what I'm saying, like you should stay, you know what I'm saying, but of course like the people who choose their marriages, I guess they have the option to leave, but I mean, I don't know, I just don't think that all arranged marriages are perfect, they just last the longest maybe.
That's the
And
thing.
what
I don't think no marriage is perfect. That's
Might
the
be
thing.
abandoned too in their arranged
I don't
marriage
I don't
when
think
things
no
go
marriage is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that is based on that the foundation is romantic shit. You know what I'm saying?
both of y'all are right. I get what LA is saying as far as just with the cultural stigmatization. I can't talk right now.
Mm.
That comes with trying to leave. I do want to say I think a lot of these cultures are slowly becoming a little more modernized where it's not as bad. I'm not saying it isn't still a little bit, well, it's not still what they traditionally would do, but I do know a lot of Indian people who are like, yeah, I technically had this situation set up because of what my parents wanted to do, but I moved to the States and some of them are just trying to get around, but then some of them are just like, I kind of just want to see what else is out there. And I don't think they have to worry as much about being seen as like an outcast when they come back. As long as
Mm.
they still just pick somebody that the family can approve of, they don't have to technically do the arranged marriage. But I get what you were saying, LA, as far as like they're more successful because they can't leave for
I
some
would
of those situations.
I would say
yeah,
this
I
about
just yeah.
arranged marriages and about the marriages back in the day. They did have a level of resilience that we could learn from them.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, because you know, especially when they didn't have as much.
I need
They
examples.
didn't have as much modern stuff. So a lot the choices of having to stick it out because you didn't have as much money, or having to stick it out because you kind of just I built this house. Like you literally saw your husband built the house brick by brick. So it's kind of like you knew in the sense of obligation, but also loyalty to the marriage itself.
Right.
Because of
And I
what
just
you
want to
Shamed by the
and I
community.
just want us to stick.
or
I just
the-
want us to stay away from bringing up the extra. Sure, we could bring up extreme scenarios, but extreme shits is minority shits, man. Like I think a lot of times people could work things out with each other. Most things that I see relationships end for is not shit that you can't come back from. Now I understand like getting abused, getting beat up. She cleared out your bank account and ran off with the neighbor, like shit like that. Sure, you can't come back from, but a lot of bickering and a lot of small minor shit, people could come back from that shit. It don't really be that serious, but it's because people feel like it's not an ideal situation a lot of time. You know what I mean?
Man, they was having outside children and
I knew that was coming. I knew that, yeah. But
fences.
again,
You feel me? They always want to
I
talk
would say
about
listen to your
They
gut.
don't remember that little girl that Viola Davis did not birth. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That was Denzel's child.
but also you also have to think about the reason why the woman stayed. Like I had heard somebody who was like, you know, my grandmama stayed because she was like, I'm not about to leave everything that was coming with this. The man had a pension, the man had, you know, all this, like everything, he was giving it to me. So at the end of the day, why leave? Just so I could just be another chick with all these kids. No, I'm gonna stay in my place. I'm gonna stay in my position. I know what I signed up for because he's been doing it, but I know what I get out of it. So you can't really just be mad at the fact that people stuck together because there was still some type of give and take.
No, I'm not mad, but I'm glad that romance exists because, like I said, when you get into them situations where you're just like, damn, I can't go nowhere, you can't go nowhere, let's just make this shit work, baby. But let's be happy in the meantime, in between time.
But
How we gonna
romance
make this happen?
existed then
You
too.
feel me?
Yeah, I think
Romance-
romance existed. I think romance existed before they called it romance. I just think they just like a cat existed before we named it a cat. I think romance, thoughtfulness existed. Acts of thoughtfulness existed. You say what?
You and this thoughtfulness, you just gonna pin those two together.
Ugh,
Alright,
it's
but-
Don't want to
nasty.
say
Put it
romance.
all.
You don't. You don't
Oh,
want to say
No, I'm saying before it was romance. So before it was romance, what we would have called it if we had a
Romance
word.
and thoughtfulness are an arranged marriage, according to DJ.
Hold on, we gonna get Candy in there because she wants
Yeah,
to say
I was listening. Well, I had another thing. Anyways, I was listening as I was coming up, and I think you guys were talking about like men and romance and whether men like romance or not, or if it matters to them. I think I would use intimacy instead of romance for men. I think they prefer that over actual romance. Like, for instance, have you
Yeah.
ever shaved?
LA sex.
Wait, what happened? No.
Stop it.
Sex is not the
Yeah.
only form. You see, LA mine is in the gutter. A massage is very intimate.
Oh, y'all know
very
that's
yes.
thoughtful.
right here on y'all's
Okay.
screen.
Mine in the gutter.
No, that's not what I'm
Need
talking
a
about.
pillow.
So, for instance, like, have you ever oiled your man's scalp, like rubbed his scalp? Like, to me, that's an intimate act that's like not necessarily quote unquote romantic, but I feel like those intimate moments matter more than say, yeah, scratching his dandruff, or have you ever shaved him before? Like these. No, they don't. Okay, never mind.
I don't want to get that
Shave
close.
That's
Yeah.
Would
that's
you
what I
never
like.
shave your
so
man
bad.
armpit?
It
Wait a
be
minute.
like, I wouldn't
You
mean
never
to.
shaved your man armpit here? That is crazy. Y'all are
I'm
very
not doing that shit.
I've
Man's
never been locked in.
armpit hair?
Y'all never been locked in. Y'all never been locked in before.
Hell fucking no.
I'm just
You
saying,
know
like-
something.
Tell.
I
There-
ain't think
there's
about
such
it.
thing as too intimate. I want you to know that. Just
So,
keep that in the forefront.
like you said, a massage. There's ways I think to be romantic more so towards a man than I would say like always have to just be sex. Maybe, I mean, of course it probably will lead there, but I don't think flowers and opening the door is like the thing.
Mhm.
Not in
And-
my experience.
I'm sorry, Candy. Because I was going to agree with you because what you just even made me think about, men don't even care about love the same way we do. If you ask a man what he wants respect. He doesn't want love. So that's why, Candy, you even kind of hit on it just by even saying intimacy, because I agree, men see it different than us. So they do want the respect and the intimacy, and we want the love and romance. And I think when those things combine beautifully, you have a good relationship.
Shows to the Unk be streaming AI cinematic revolt, right? He said arranged marriages can get you who you need or who's best for you, but they not making her pum pum moist.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Like she want, it's not making a pum pum moist like she wants, so it's problematic for some women. And this is what I would say about, like, and I hate to say the word modern relationship, but modern relationship is more based on people fucking with each other because they want to fuck with each other. And I do think that is important. I don't want y'all to think that I'm thinking that is not important. As a matter of fact, I think that is super important. However, just because in this day and age that is how we picking each other because of wants instead of need, we shouldn't over romanticize it because we still got needs that we overlook. A lot of times we overlook shit that could really make people stay together. You know what I'm saying? But we prioritize the romance over everything else. And I think that shit is immature. I'm just saying.
I agree.
No.
I agree, because I was talking about puppy love earlier, and that's part of the romance, especially when you think of like the teenage love affair situation. That was when love felt the most passionate, but y'all were also broke. So when serious stuff would come down, oh, it would have been like the Anthony Hamilton song. We don't need a groceries, girl. We can feed on love alone. And now y'all looking at each other like y'all want to kill each other.
And it's hard to me, it's hard to be in
You're
that
right.
romantic zone when it's like when you got like let's say you somebody lost their job, you know what I'm saying? To me, it's hard to prioritize that shit. There's so much other stuff that gotta be done, or it's just a lot of shit like learning about it. Like I don't know, it's just a lot of shit that I think we neglect and we overlook by putting romance on such a high pedestal. You know what I mean? Show so to Empress. She said, "Bring back shirtless activities. That's romantic."
Oh my God.
I second that. Or wet t-shirt activities. I second.
Interesting.
I'm pretty
I
sure
think
that was a
she's talking
woman who
about
said
you,
that. So
sister.
yeah, y'all take your shirts
Yeah.
off. Take your shirts off.
The problem is y'all don't dance in the desert anymore in those leather vests like they did in those Jodeci videos. That's the problem.
The hell is going on?
They don't do any
I
of
told you
that.
they, I told you they want the 90s R&B love. I
I'm
said that
kidding.
earlier.
I don't never think nobody was in the desert for real in leather. That was just for the videos. Then they took that shit out. I don't
But
think they
y'all
would.
aren't on bended knee anymore. That's what the women are wanting. We want you ripping your shirt off in the rain. We want you,
Man.
we need y'all to feel it. Y'all don't
As
feel
long
it
as
no
it's
more.
real. Shit.
But that's the thing. I don't think that shit is like valued as much. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the days. You know what I mean?
What do you
But
mean?
other traditional old school things are valued, right?
To me is
Not be so
no.
confused, Chad.
What are you confused about, LA? Let's help you to get back on track. What are you confused about?
No, because it just seems like it's selective. You know what I'm saying? Because when women say that, traditionally, or when men say traditionally things, but then they mix in the modern stuff, it's like, what are you really asking for?
I
You
don't
asking
see
for
how that
modern,
is.
or you asking for traditional? Because if you asking for her to be traditional, then you have to be kind of traditional as well.
I
You
don't
can't be
think we could
modern.
I don't think we could not be modern because we are already modern and we in modern times. So there's no way we could not be modern. Only thing we could do is selectively pick and choose stuff from the past that will work today. But we can't be like modern. It's like if we had a time machine, we could be like future or past, but we can't do that. So the only thing we could do is look back and see what could work and what can work. I personally don't even think everything from back in the days could work. You know what I'm saying? Especially now, women working and shit. You want to take back women working from that shit is crazy. That's like the lady yesterday said, marriage was slavery. You know what I'm saying? God forbid people try to stop women from working and their careers and You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't even know, like back in the days, people thought women was dumber. We wouldn't even know that it was so much smart women if they didn't be doing all of the if we didn't had all these advancements where women is having the opportunity to go to school and shit like that. You know what I mean? I look, man. I don't know what's difficult about what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like
For the record, women were always smart.
this is what I'm saying.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
But did I say that y'all wasn't smart? I didn't say that shit. You see,
The way you said it was like
The way you said it was a little bit off, but we understand.
I realize I gotta tread lightly when my fault. That is my
no,
bad. That's
no,
my
it was just, it was the way the sentence flowed off. It was, you know.
It's okay.
Sometimes look at this. Sometimes, and I'll say this, that I learned this actually from YouTube, right? Sometimes when I'm talking to somebody, let's say I'm talking to like a JP, right? I gotta talk to him bearing in mind that I'm talking to a JP. So certain things he might say, it might come off a certain way. Or if I'm talking to like one of the ladies, I gotta bear it in mind. Creative gonna say she love all of the lovey-dovey stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just gotta bear it in mind when you. So I mean, I ain't trying to say that y'all dumb or no shit like that. I'm just saying that back in the days, women didn't had opportunities to display the intelligence. This is why I'm saying we wouldn't want to go back in time to that shit, because we want to know how smart women were, because y'all didn't had access to go to school and shit like that. I'm not trying to say that y'all was dumb then and no you smart. No, you know what I'm saying? That's
We
crazy.
understand. We understand. That's
All right. I want y'all to crucify
We're
me.
picking at you. We're just picking.
I know I'm sweating. I'm nervous. I feel like I'm defusing a bomb. You know what I mean?
As you should. Always when around women.
I hear you.
Roxy is
Uh,
like
I choose
rubbing it
violence
in.
every time.
I'm noticing. I'm noticing. I might gotta drop the link and get some backup up here. You know what I'm saying? I see.
Been do that.
I thought you been did that with me.
Yeah,
You know, I want to get through the video because I don't think we'll get through the video if I drop the link. All right.
But our partner might understand us without needing to say anything. Romanticism believed that choosing a partner should be about letting oneself be guided by feelings rather than practical considerations. You know you're in love because you have a special feeling. Romanticism has manifested a powerful disdain for practicalities and money. It feels cold, or as we say, unromantic, to say you know you're with the right person because the two of you make an excellent financial fit, or because you gel over things like bathroom etiquette and attitudes to punctuality. Romanticism believes that true love is synonymous with accepting everything about someone. The idea that one's partner or oneself may need to change is taken to be a sign that the relationship is on the rocks. You're going to have to change.
What do y'all think about that shit?
No, I think it's true. I did a video about this similar. That's why I said when you're dating somebody, it's always good to ask your friends or tell them about your relationship or have them meet the guy, because they will put you back down to earth and they'll let you know if this person is for you. If they'll tell you the truth. Why you put your head down? It's facts though. Because sometimes some women be like, oh, I'm so in love with him. I like him so, all of this. And they overlook a lot of things because, like this video say, they over romanticize. So it's always
But
good
it's
to
saying,
have a second opinion.
but it's saying as soon as you notice something that is like let's say you dating a dude, right? And you might notice different things about him now that he might gotta change. It's saying that a lot of people end shit because it's like, oh well, if he gotta change A, B, or C, then he not meant for me. I'm trying to have the perfect fit that don't gotta change nothing. And people always gotta change to adjust to or not. I never been in a relationship to where I didn't have to adjust to the other person and they adjust to me. Even how hard I try to be like, oh, it's my way, I'm moving how I'm moving. No matter what you do, you can't help but having to adjust to the other. It just happens, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. Yeah,
Organically.
yeah. You're right. There's certain things that you probably be like, I don't like, but you're willing to help or, work it out, and vice versa. But for the women also.
And you know what? I think the relationships based on love and marriage based on love, the reason I think is important because the average person don't got no sort of wealth or no sort of shit to stick around to each other, stick around with each other for.
Exactly.
You know what
What
I'm
you
saying?
just
So
said
like
there.
we like the commoners, I think we do gotta be with each other for love, because that it still gotta have that unseen, untangible shit that make us still wanna fuck with each other. Cause we ain't
Facts.
rich like that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Because I'm gonna be honest, if we ain't got no love and we go, listen, I'm out. I'm checking the deuces. The fuck, I
Yeah,
stay
I don't think
cool.
you should stay in a relationship that don't got no love unless you in some arrangement that that's what you choose to do type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You sign on that dotted line.
One's partner or oneself may need to change is taken to be a sign that the relationship is on the rocks. You're going to have to change is a last-ditch threat. This template of love is a historical creation. It's a hugely beautiful and often enjoyable one. But we can state boldly, romanticism has been a disaster for relationships. It's
Yeah.
an intellectual and spiritual movement which has had a devastating impact on the ability of ordinary people to lead successful emotional lives. The salvation of love lies in overcoming a succession of errors within romanticism. These are some of the myths of romanticism. That we should meet a person of extraordinary inner and outer beauty and immediately feel a special attraction to them and they to us. We should have highly satisfying sex, not only at the start, but forever. We should never be attracted to anyone else. We should understand one another intuitively. We don't need an education in love. We may need to train to become a pilot or brain surgeon.
God damn, let me rewind this. What do y'all think about the myths? I think I should slow it down too. What do y'all think about the myths? Let me slow this shit down.
It's wishful thinking.
They to us.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad, but I think it's like to limit love and relationship to that shit, you'll be single for a long time. Because
Yeah.
a lot of time it's rare to find somebody with all that fits all of that shit at the right time. It just be, I'm not saying it don't happen. It does happen. But a lot of times you got some sort of compromise or concession a lot of times, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
We should have highly satisfying sex, not only at the start, but forever. We should never be attracted to anyone else. We should understand one another intuitively. We don't need an education in love. We may need to train to become a pilot or brain surgeon, but not a lover.
What do y'all think about them ones? It says, well, first the passionate sex part. On a scale from 1 to 10, right? How important is passionate sex? Not sex because you gotta do it because you're in a relationship. Sex that you wanna do, you're still feeling your partner almost every day. Y'all feeling each other in that way. On a scale from 1 to 10, how important is that to keep a relationship?
7, 8, but also because as a woman, I would say personally, I know how important it is for a man, but also just because that is, like I said earlier, it can still be a higher vibrational kind of thing if that is a way you also connect physically, emotionally, all that.
What about creative and candy? What about y'all? I would say
I
7, by the way, too. I would say 7, 7, 8.
I would say yeah, about 7, 8. Because you never know what's gonna happen in the relationship. Somebody could, get in a car accident, or something, and then their stuff don't work or something. You
God,
just you just never know what's gonna happen.
that's a
You
crazy car
don't
accident.
know what's gonna happen. Sometimes he can't get it up. Listen, y'all shaking your head.
I know.
But
I love how your brain works. I love creatives.
I'm being for real though. Y'all laughing. He's laughing.
I understand. I think the reason I was gonna say was you saying it on a pessimistic way. I was gonna say on the optimistic end, right? I think is a dope way that you connect with your partner without words. Like y'all still expressing how you feel for each other, like physically. Like you're not saying nothing, and it's to me, it's like it to me it lasts long. 'Cause you could say I love you, but when you making love and shit, that's like a different level of like, it's like you feeling that shit with each other. I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
why
I
it's
don't
important.
think the reason why I don't think making love is all the way up there because men have sex all the time with random people and they tell
But
us
that's not making love.
it doesn't
Making love is
matter.
like missionary, looking in the
Nah, it
eye,
doesn't
kissing
matter.
in the mouth and
It
shit
doesn't
like that.
matter. You guys have sex with random women and everywhere.
Nah, but we don't make
It
love
would
to
be
everyone.
doing something a little bit more than just having sex. Like putting the money down, like, going above and beyond, not just sex, like being thoughtful, thinking about me, buying me a jacket. I don't know, going grocery shopping so I don't have to.
But anybody could buy you a jacket or go grocery shopping.
You can have sex with anybody. Why is it,
See, I have to agree with Rico in the chat because he was talking about talking during sex, but then he said laughing, because I was going to say laughing. When you're actually able to be on that type of intimate level where it's not even really about the sex, I think that's what makes passionate sex even better, right? Like something silly happens and y'all are in the groove and then you just start laughing or you think about something. Like when it's not just get down to business type of sex. It's really just, hey, I know you, you know me, like this is just how we do type of
Somebody
reconnection.
said sex is love to men. I don't know. They put that on us.
Sex is not love to men. I would say
That's
I would
a
say
negative.
I wouldn't say sex is love to us. I would say respect and appreciation. That is love to us. Like respect and appreciate. That's how we understand love. Like if a chick don't appreciate me or respect me, I can't feel love. Even like I just can't feel the shit. Did we drop the link? We got Myth up here. Let's see what Myth got to say.
Let's go.
So the Myth in the building. What's up, bro?
Yeah, you got link. I'm not supposed to be up here yet.
Oh no, I think I can't remember dropping it, but I was supposed to. I probably did and forgot.
Oh, I don't want to be up here when I'm not
No,
supposed
you're
to.
good.
Oh no. You good.
What's up, ladies? What's up, DJ? How y'all doing?
Good.
Hello.
You got any? Because I know you probably been in a chat for a minute. What part you had wanted to chime in on? What you got?
I mean, y'all was all over the place. I guess I'm just gonna listen and just interact when I feel that I need to. But
Can we ask him a question since he's up here?
Go ahead. Grill him. Go ahead.
The question we have is romance important to you in your relationship? And is your wife romantic?
well, I'm not married. Romance is not important.
It's not important to you?
No.
So special dinners, her going above and beyond is not important.
I mean, I just want my woman to look good and show me respect. Keep it simple.
There you go, ladies. Stop doing all of that other stuff.
No,
Nah,
but
don't stop doing it if it's in your heart. Nah. If that is good, because look at this.
The men have spoken.
But look
What
at
about
this.
intimacy? Because
If
Candy
you are
came back
naturally
earlier.
if you are naturally a catering woman, I don't think you should just stop doing that because it's not because now we're gonna look at you as a catering woman. It's just I don't think you want to just stop doing that shit. You know what I mean?
I'm
I mean,
a lot today, so go
as
ahead.
far as dinner, like when I was in a situation, like I have my girl like do birthday parties for me, like trips and stuff like that. I mean, I play along. It's all cool and stuff, but
Play
that's just
along.
not me. Yeah,
Play
that's
along.
just
Yeah,
not me.
play along.
Hold on. So
Wow.
I wanted, since men are up here, because I
No,
wanted to
true.
go back to
Come
Candy Cane's
on.
place where she
Peace,
said
peace to
intimacy
everybody.
men. Can y'all hear me?
Peace.
Yeah, we hear you.
Peace to
Okay.
all y'all. Peace,
Hi,
DJ.
Rico. But yeah,
ladies.
Mid and Rico, you can also answer. So what about the intimacy that Candy had mentioned
Intimacy.
earlier?
Intimacy, in regards
Yeah, I like
to
To
relationship.
being equal to your, I guess, what is romance to us? What is intimacy to y'all? What romance is to us?
It's a good question. I can only speak for myself. Intimacy is on the higher scale for me personally. Again, it's just how I'm wired. I'm not really. For her, it's cool. Like if as far as being intimate when she's wants it, that's cool, and the romantic stuff when she's cool. But I don't desire that for me specifically. If that's fair.
You don't desire what? The intimacy?
No, I desire intimacy with her, but in regards to like again, I'm wired differently. So for me, it's not really important to me in regards
So
to like
romance
romance.
is not important to you.
Romance for her is important, but in regards to her doing romantic things for me, I'm not too crazy about that. It's cool, but it's
Exactly.
not I don't
me.
need it.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
thank you.
So that's why I was asking.
Yeah,
is
I'm taking notes. So go
equivalent.
ahead.
Because, like I said, for us, we know it's love. For y'all, we know it's respect. But
Mhm.
for us, we know it's romance. So, what is Is it intimacy or is it something
It's
else?
intimacy.
What
Yeah,
is it?
physically intimacy. Yeah,
So
I mean, yeah. Show me respect. Look good. You know, don't disrespect me. You know, I'm gonna pay the bills. I'm gonna make sure you straight. You know, and just vibe. You know, I'd rather, you know, I plan. You know, birthdays. I'm gonna take care of you. Special holidays, I do that. You know, I'm not big on doing both the birthday parties for me and like you looking at, oh, let me do this for you. Like, you know, I'm simple again. I'm real
Yeah,
simple.
super basic. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
And I was gonna
men
say,
are
from
simple.
what I hear, men are very simple, and I think women, at least for our side of things, we complicate it because we want men to love us the way we want to be loved,
I
and
think
that's
so.
why I said for the ladies who are, you know, in the chat coming in, I said earlier, romance was always for us. The same way an engagement ring is for us. You're not going to go buy your man an engagement ring, so I don't think you need to shove being romantic down his throat either.
Agreed.
Did
You
you
know
guys
what?
already talk about
No,
the
you're right. Yeah.
Disney definition and like fairy tales? Did you go over that at all?
Not yet.
No, not as yet. Not as yet. As a matter of fact, we could bring that up right after. Let's try to finish this video.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me speed this shit up too.
We'll pick that up along the way by following our feelings. We should have no secrets and spend constant time together. Work won't get in the way. We should raise a family without any loss of sexual or emotional intensity. Our lover must be our soulmate, best friend, co-parent, co-chauffeur, accountant, household manager, and spiritual guide. If we question the assumptions of the romantic view of love, it's not in order to destroy love, but to save it. We need to piece together a post-romantic theory of couples, because in order to make a relationship last, we have to be disloyal to the romantic emotions that get us into it in the first place. We need to replace the romantic template with a psychologically mature vision of love we might call classical, and which encourages in us a range of unfamiliar but hopefully effective attitudes. For example, that it's normal that love and sex may not always belong together, that discussing money early on, up front, in a serious way, is not a betrayal of love, that realizing that we're rather flawed, and our partner is too, is of huge benefit to a couple because it increases the amount of tolerance and generosity in circulation, that we will never find everything in one person.
I think what they're talking about now is just the bringing balance to everything they said before, and I think we actually discussed most of these shit. Let me see.
I agree with Reese's comment though. Reese,
What she said.
a lot of men find relationship a chore.
A lot of people find relationship as a chore. You know what I'm saying? Some
Yeah.
people look at it as a chore.
I think the older you get, you know, you're not really jumping in a relationship for love, like being in love. You're looking for more compatibility, like you're looking for peace as an
Companionship.
adult. Yeah, companionship. Now, when you're younger, it's that puppy love, you know, it's that all that good stuff. But when you, especially when you hit 30 and you establish the men and women, man, you just don't want a headache, man.
Yeah.
Especially more so on the women's side. On the women's side, just do the basic. If you're not even making what I'm making, just work with me and just vibe on that so far. For men, they just want a woman, man. Don't embarrass me. Don't be out there, you know. Just, you know, respect me. More so respect, I would say, for the men on the older guys and older people. I would say, if y'all agree with me or not.
I agree with you. The shit that you cared about in your 20s is not the same shit you prioritize, right? You might still care about some of the shit, but it's not on the top of your list. You know what I mean? You're thinking more mature. As a matter of fact, you're thinking about you getting older. And a lot of the stuff that you think about is based on the fact that you're getting older.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know.
And shows of the Chicago Rilla, he said, peace to you, Doc. Peace to you, bro. He said, I admire your willingness to have the conversation in the midst of the gender wars. Peace to the chat and the panel. I ain't gonna hold you. We could have different conversations, but it just depends on who's on the panel, the temperament of the people on the panel. Like this panel here, I think we could talk about a lot of gender shit without the gender.
It's more mature. It's a mature crowd right now. More open-mindedness. You can tell, like, it's more open-minded.
If we had Reese up here, you know what I'm saying? God, if we had Reese up here, would have been problems. Um, what's it? What's up with the the Disney thing? Y'all think Disney Channel and fairy tales warp our perception of love?
Yes.
I'm surprised Creative would say yes. Well, elaborate, Creative. Go ahead.
Because it always talks about some Prince Charming coming to save you and
Mm,
save the day, and you're a damsel in distress.
mm.
Yeah, it paints a very false narrative, and
You
it
know what's
like
crazy?
it leads the woman up to be disappointed.
I
And her
think so too. I think so
yeah.
too. And it
That's a good point.
shaped us to think that we gotta be Prince Charmings and shit like that. Whereas if you try to be doing most of that shit, you're gonna fall short, especially too fast early on. But I would say one thing, and you got it, Rogue, right? What I noticed though, a lot of the times when I hear dudes in this space talk, the underlying thing that I be hearing is like they try to glamorize or pedestalize the damsel in distress type shit. It sounds like a lot of people put forward the damsel in distress. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Go ahead, bro.
So I'm a Disney adult, love Disney down bad. Honestly, if you look at majority of Disney movies, the woman is
Mm,
the heroine. Even with the idea, because I know a lot of people like to think of Cinderella, they like to think of Snow White. A lot of these movies got rewritten where they become the heroine. Like Snow White technically had to, if you remember the movie, she survived the whole scene in the woods by herself. It was just at the near the end of the movie where she was asleep because of the spell that she had to
mm,
wait on the Prince Charming.
mm,
Cinderella was pretty much still the whole story of it was Cinderella was supposed to get it how she could get it. That was with the fairy godmother. She still
Mhm.
had to put in the work. She left at midnight. She had to prove that she was the princess. That's how she got the Prince Charming. And I think it's a bad stigma because of how we feel about gender roles, where you have men thinking it's an issue to be a Prince Charming and you have it's an issue for the woman to be a damsel. But if you notice, even with like Ariel, she saved
Mhm.
Prince Eric. There was always some type of balance of to show the woman's strength, but she didn't have to be as strong as a man. Even with
Right.
Princess Diana, a lot of people had a whole big issue because Princess Diana was one of the only ones that didn't have a full damsel in distress moment because that girl was a
mm.
go-getter from jump. She was
Mhm.
working the whole movie. She didn't need Naveen, but Naveen brought something to her. That was really where she got to choose him.
So
Naveen was
let me
broke.
ask you this. So would you say that because back in the days it had more damsel in distress, right? But now is a
Yeah.
lot of more heroines in
Mhm.
Yeah.
movies, right? So
I
you
agree
think
with
you think Disney, right, is changing our influence from back in the days to now like an independent woman, stand on your own, you don't need a dude type shit?
Yes and
So
no.
yes, I
Disney
would
was
say,
just showing. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Candy.
like with Moana, if you ever watch like some of the
Yeah,
newer
that's
Disney
not
shows,
movie.
they don't actually focus on. I
Love
think the
interest.
issue with Disney is even though the women were heroines throughout, the end of the movie always resulted in her getting married to a man. But it never showed you after the wedding, them 10 years down the line, like what happens in the marriage. It was like the wedding was the ultimate prize of the end of the story for this woman. And I think that's where it set up a lot of unrealistic goals. Then you
Mm.
come into like newer age Disney movies where you have Moana or what's Encanto and
Mulan.
some of these. Well, kind of. Mulan
Mulan got
still had
Shing.
it still revolved around a man. What I'm trying to say is these newer stories are not focused on romance so much as the tale of the actual woman. So I think that's the difference. They were more the focus was at the end of my story, there's a man waiting on me. That's what
Yeah, like
Disney.
the Princess and the Park.
Mm. So let me, you know what? That is crazy. I never realized that shit until now. At the end of the movie is the marriage, but it don't. But that's where the shit start.
Wedding, not a marriage. That's what I'm saying. Is they never show you the marriage. It's like it just stops at
They
the
show you
wedding.
right. So and that's where the shit start. The wedding is the starting of the marriage. So they don't show us like the journey of the couple and they going through different shit. They just show us that That is the prize. That's the at the
Yeah,
end of the at the end
Um,
at the end of the finish line is
And
a marriage. That shit is crazy.
okay,
and
so
they
I
say
do
it's a
have to.
happy ever after. That's what you see also. That the words happily and they
Happy
lived
ever
happily ever.
after.
Because at
Right.
that point, Candy, it wasn't about the guy. And I think that's where we get the misconception. The journey was the woman's, whether it be Mulan, whether it be Snow White, whether it be Cinderella. Cinderella's story wasn't necessarily about the prince itself, but how Cinderella got out of that bad situation with her stepsisters and stepmother. Snow White, pretty much the same thing. Like I said, with Tiana, her and Naveen, Tiana opened up her restaurant. It wasn't necessarily about the guy, was just kind of like a cool, thanks for the cherry on top. I'm
Yeah.
The
free.
guy was the
I
end
got
of the
my
story,
goal.
though. Like the guy is where they always ended the story. So it's like, it's just like in a lot of, and I don't, Christian people don't get mad at me, but it seems like the pinnacle of a woman's womanliness is once she is married and has kids. It doesn't matter the success that she does before then. She is solidified, especially within the Black community, as a woman when she achieves that goal. Same thing with these love stories.
And I get what you're
Don't you
saying,
think it's the
but I
same
don't
for
think that's
dudes?
the message that we
Don't you think it's the same for guys though? Because look at most of the presidents or high figures, they had to be a married man to be seen as like a leader or some shit.
Well, it makes them more
Yeah.
trustworthy because it's like you have something that you could lose. You could lose your
Does it?
relationship. You could
Look at
lose
Clinton and
your
Trump.
kids. So it's like, and you're more stand up-ish because you have this pact. So if you,
I think
based on how you treat your wife, and that's what they look at. They was like, if your wife is your life partner and he's with her for this long, they assume that you're this trustworthy man.
Isn't Trump on his third marriage though?
Yeah, that's not a good example, but you
Not at
understand.
all.
I think it's deeper.
Yeah,
Wasn't
Trump is not a
Clinton-
good example.
Didn't
bruh.
Clinton
Not a good
have a
example.
whole Oval Office situation while his wife was also in politics? I'm just saying.
I think it's actually deeper than just, oh, he's married. I think the way that a lot of people look at it is if he can lead a household, that shows leadership skills from the very beginning. And leading a household usually equates married with kids. Like that's your first test of leadership before you get into the real world and can expound in like leading
Right.
other areas. I think that's where it gives men validity.
Right.
Mm.
It shows he has values.
Yes.
So where does it give women validity then?
Your validity comes in the fact that somebody married you. That's why I
Yep.
said they see it
Right.
as the pinnacle.
So not because we can uphold a household as well and still
I'm
juggle
not
everything
saying-
else. No, I'm not.
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm saying this is how society sees it, which is why so many women, my man, my man, my man, you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of married women do see getting married as an accomplishment, as a major accomplishment. You know what I'm saying?
It is a
More than-
major accomplishment.
More than married dudes. You know, even when I watch panels, right? Like Lapeef panels, or especially back in the days, they had a lot of married women on there. And a lot of times, women would flex on each other by rubbing the eye like this, to show the wedding ring, or they might just do, you know what I mean? And they might shine, they might bling you real quick, you know what I mean?
And that's the first way women shit on other women is to say, well, at least I'm married. I'm married. How long have you been married? Then it goes to the context of how long, not just the fact that you're
Yeah.
married.
Mm.
So we let
I mean, that's the big flex. You know,
Yeah. I think it is to us. I think it's a flex. I don't think it's a flex no more. I think
It
it
is a
used to be a flex. But nowadays,
a-
how big of a flex is it? You know what I'm saying?
because I'm gonna tell you why it's a flex, DJ.
Mm.
People are not getting married anymore. Marriages are down. So to get married, especially with this whole red pill shit that's going on, and people, men and women beefing, to actually get married now,
Mm.
it's a flex.
But- But why you think people ain't getting married?
Because I think because a lot to do with this
Selfishness.
whole selfishness, social media.
Bro,
men are
you know what?
more being awareness now, and it's just more so of what's going on. It's a lot going on with this.
You know what I think it is, mid, bro? I think a lot of people is weighing out the pros and cons. Single versus relationship, which one do I gain more? Which one do I you know what I'm saying? People weighing out the pros and cons, and a lot of people don't see the pro. And I'm talking about even there's women that don't even want to get married, bro. You think it's just men? There's a lot of women that is not even with that married
I
shit, bro.
still think it's a higher percentage of women than men that still want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
I can promise you that. Even though they might not say it, if the right dude come along, the problem is a lot of people are not being honest with themselves. They fuck
But you know what?
They fuck with
That's
niggas
what
that
I'm-
they shouldn't be messing with. But if the
And
right
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're weighing out. Look, they're looking at it like, yo, if I'm getting married, I gotta be in a better position that I am in when I'm single. You know what I'm
But
saying?
a problem is they don't value themselves as I need to be fucking with this type of man to get married. They just some of them just like they vibing. But if the right dude come along, I promise you, they will hope that dude want to marry them, bro. I promise you that. Most women still want to get married. They just saying they don't just to save face because they might not be married or never have been married.
So that's not true. And this is coming from someone who is actually married minded. I do want to get married, but no, even statistically speaking, married women actually aren't even living as long as single women. Statistically speaking,
What
single
you
women
saying
do
is
have.
most
Hold
women
on.
don't
Hold on, real
oh,
quick.
go ahead.
Hold on, real quick. Statistically speaking, when it actually comes down to successful marriages, you can say there's a benefit for the woman, but it's mostly towards the man. A lot of women are actually finding themselves where it's kind of like I was better off single, especially with modern times where marriage isn't a necessity, but more of a want. So even with the majority of women are now even saying, I think it's like 52% now are saying that they want to be child free. And we know a lot of men aren't really marrying women that want to be child free either. Like you do have some men that are like, cool, I can live that lifestyle and they can still get married. But majority of the people, they don't see the point of marriage if it's not for the children, because that's who it technically is for at this point. That's why when we talk about this whole romance and love thing, that is for the adults. The marriage is for the children.
So do you
I think
agree?
that marriage should be for regular people too.
Yes, but I'm saying specifically for what it is. The whole point is you have this family unit now. You can still be two single people and still live as a married couple without actually being married. The marriage
No,
is
there's
more.
benefits. There's women get benefits when they're married
No,
to
no,
men.
creative. Both men and women get benefits, but the people who
Yeah.
benefit the most from marriage is kids.
Yeah.
They're the number one beneficiary of marriage, of y'all staying
Yeah, but
together.
that shouldn't be the number one reason you should get married. You should
That's
get
not what I
married.
said.
Yeah, I understand what you say. You said they get married for the kids.
No,
But
I'm
I think
saying
that's
the
yeah.
benefit.
But that's why I stated marrying the right person. When you marry the right person, you won't be dealing with this. I don't want to be married. I know people that's been married for 15, 30, 40 years. Did they say it was perfect? No. But they have respect for each other. When you marry the right person, neither person is going to take the full responsibility on everything. Marriage is work. You got to put in time.
Definitely
The
work.
problem is nowadays too many women and too many men looking at the loudmouth people that's either been divorced or never been married and trying to tell married people how it's supposed to work. You need to put more people that been married for years. If you're not listen, if you haven't been married for 20 plus years, I don't want to hear your vision about what marriage should be. You know what I'm saying? Because marriage is hard work. And
Yeah, it's definitely work.
It's work. It's not going to be
Absolutely.
easy.
Absolutely.
It's never marriage have never been easy. So this concept of people saying all of a sudden that women don't want to be married no more because they listen to people that never been married or been divorced after 5, 10. You're not marrying the right person. Because if you marry the right person, it's a big respect. Of course, you're not going to be this whole fairy tale, or you cooking and cleaning and doing this and doing that, and the man just bringing home the bed. That's not how marriage is supposed to. That's not
think
reality.
it's fair. I don't think it's fair to say you didn't marry the right person if you got a divorce, because people change.
That's fair.
You might have married.
That's fair.
You might have married the right person at the right time in your life, and your lives went in different directions. I think you have to be careful determining just because you made it to the end and y'all both died that you married the right person. Because sometimes people just endured and stayed together because they had nowhere else to go.
Or they have obligations towards each other.
Exactly.
Yes, that too.
That
But
too.
but I think it's too many people that never been married or haven't been married a long time giving their perspective on what a marriage should. Everybody's marriage is going to be different. You got to
Yes.
do what work for you. And that's what people, if it's 50-50, that's fine. If the woman is, first of all, we're talking too much about our marriage. Too many people are telling everybody what's going on in their household. Before that was a big no-no. You should be telling what's going on in your household, because what's working for you might not work for the other people that's married. So that's another thing. People are talking too much about their marriage.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think though? Can I ask a question before you
Go
go?
ahead, go ahead.
Do you think though? So okay, let me think about how I want to formulate. Go ahead and ask your question, because it's something I want to ask, and it's not going to come out right if I say it how I want to say it. Okay.
Don't forget what you want to say, and remember you gotta put on the kitty gloves for Rogue and creative. You know what I'm saying? Because the
Why you
fellas
gotta
will
put your big
take
gloves on for us? Tell
the
us, tell
fellas the
Give
fellas
it to
will
me
take
straight,
what you
no
gotta say.
chaser. I need 100% proof.
Okay, all right. Creative growing some hair on her chest. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Creative says she don't need no chaser. Rogue, she might need a wine cooler.
For a little bit, but don't.
Oh, okay. Well then, Candy, you don't gotta think too hard about it. You know what I'm saying? Just spit it
Oh,
out raw.
it's not for the women. It's towards the men who are married. Okay, so my issue is that I find it okay. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it.
I'm not married, by the way.
Go ahead.
I find it disingenuous in a lot of cases where married people come on and they want to tell you don't know anything because they are married and have been married for a long time. But the problem is they present their marriages as though they are concrete, as though they are like absolutes. They never really present. So he just said, I think the problem is that people talk too much and tell too much of the business. I think you romanticize marriage. I think that you always want to show the good parts, but you never show the real parts. And then when we show the real parts, that's the part that gets scary to everyone. But why not show how you endured or how you made it through or how you overcame in that marriage instead of hiding all the fucked up parts and only wanting to show us the good? And then when we're going through the fucked up parts, everybody's like, well, don't tell what's happening in your marriage. Don't tell what's going on here. Don't tell what's going on there. But nobody prepared you for this. So like, it's disingenuous to me for married people to always push marriage. And then when you go have private conversations, you find out they're not as happy in their marriage. They got a lot of problems in their marriage. They're not resolving shit in their marriage. And they just want you to be miserable with their asses.
I think all relationships have it's a process.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that standpoint.
It's a process.
And, yeah, it's a process. That's why
it is. Sometimes you're just going to be happy. Sometimes you're not going to be, on the same page. You're going to have days where it's rough. You know what I'm saying? That's life. That's life in general, though, if you think about it. But when you're with somebody and you care about them, there's things that's going to happen. And you got to think about it. You're two different people. You're two different people from two different backgrounds, two different type of, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you come together, you have to learn each other. It's going to take time. It's going to be a process. It's going to be bad days. It's going to be good days. It's going to happen. So, a lot of people don't want instant gratification these days. They want things to be right from the beginning. And that's unrealistic. For you to think it's just coming into the relationship and everything's perfect. That's like, you got to think about it. Like, that's not real. Nothing in the world is perfect. So like to come in and think that everything is going to be perfect. And then, and again, it's what it just looks like, especially for the generation now. They want everything. As soon as a problem, they stepping off. As soon as there's an issue or argument or a fight, they stepping off, right? So it's going to be bad with the good. That's just life.
Yeah.
I
wait a minute. Let me just ask this here, right? Keon is asking people without kids, are married people without kids also marrying for the benefit of children? You know what I'm saying? And he asks at Rogue, I didn't hear what you said earlier.
So no. So like I said, just to answer Keon's question real quick, no, they're not. I was saying for the overall beneficiaries, when it comes down to marriage, yes, it is for the children, which is why I'm not disagreeing with Creative. I'm not disagreeing even with Candy, where we're saying that marriage has, a lot more work. It's just when it comes down who gets the most benefit, statistically speaking, it is for kids. Now, with two unmarried people or two married people who don't want kids, yes, you guys reap the benefits next. It's kind of like a hierarchy system, because with anything else, we already know adults come first. When it comes down to actual marriage, that is when it's the inverse or flipped for the first time, where yes, it is actually children first and then everything else follows suit. Not to say that, you know, your household should be ran by your children, but that's who just gets the main benefit when it comes out to that union of marriage.
All right. Let me see. Go ahead.
Of Dad, he's absolutely right. If you talk to people that's been married for a long time, the first thing they're gonna tell you is, especially my mentor, he's been married like for 30 plus years, and he tell me all the time. He'll say, Tim, I mean, he's like, it was hard work. He tells me that all the time. Yeah, he said hard work. He says hard. He tell me that people that have been married a long time, they're gonna be straight up with you. They're not gonna hide anything. Now, I'm on piggy bank. If there is abuse in a relationship, yeah, you need to leave. But I'm not talking about those type of marriages. I'm talking about marriages that have like fighting and dispute. That's gonna be common. That's gonna be common. As long as the bills are paid and everybody safe, you're gonna have disagreements. You know what I'm saying? Especially living with somebody 30 plus years, 20 plus years, you're gonna have disagreements. That's his life. Yeah, that's his life. But if there is abuse, you should leave the marriage. I'm not even gonna stay in the abuse, child abuse, assault, all of that. That's not marriage. That's something different. I'm talking about the simple, basic marriage. You're gonna have fighting. You're gonna have disagreement. Kids, all of that. Bills need to be paid. That's his life. That's his life in general. So I'm talking about that type of stuff, not the other stuff.
Yeah, it's pros and cons with everything in life. Everything you choose to do is going to be pros and cons, man.
But marriage is hard work, ladies.
Yes, it's hard work. It's in my opinion, it's worth it though. For me, it worked out. Again, we don't see eye to eye every day. Sometimes I can't stand her, she can't stand me, and some days we in love with each other, and it sparks back up, man. But again, the children here, like I have an obligation to her, number one, and my children. And if I can work through the nonsense, it's worth it for me. It ain't gonna be peaches and cream all the time, man. It ain't gonna be I love you all the time. Do I love her?
Let me ask y'all this, right? How important is building a relationship with your partner's family?
Yeah, I think that comes to territory a little bit.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how important is you being cool with their family?
10 for me, man, because our folks love me. Mom, dad, cousins, like I can go over there right now and it's all love, like, you know what I'm saying? And again, 18 years, so I've been around their family forever. So they look at me, it's just like, yo, you've been here for a long
10.
time.
Let me ask you this, and then I want to hear what everybody else say, right? Have y'all ever had a hiccup in your relationship that knowing your wife's family help prevent y'all from breaking up?
Yep.
You say yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll talk to her mom. Her mom will call me, y'all all right over there? Shit like that.
Okay, I can see why that is. I can see why it's important. What about y'all? What do y'all think? How important is knowing your husband, your boyfriend family, and meet your girlfriend family?
I think it's
Don't
important.
have a girlfriend. I can't. I'm not dating right now. But I was. Yeah, I got 2 babies, man. I can't date. I can't be in nobody's face. I got 2 babies right now. I would assume that's very important. You know, that's extended family. I'm gonna assume. Again, I've never been married, but from what from hearing from people that've been married a long time, it plays the big part. Your extended family plays a big part in your marriage. It can actually toxic your marriage, from what I was told. So it plays a big part. So,
what do y'all think? What about you, Creative?
I see that it could be used as something positive. So I'm gonna stay positive, and I'm gonna say 7. I think I give it a 7. I mean, it's
7.
really important, but it's not that important because sometimes you don't want family to be too involved, but you do want them. You do want to have that like lifeline. Like if you need help or you need support, they're there to help you and to support you. And
Mm.
sometimes you do need them to like smack him in the head and smack some sense, and tell him he fucked up or.
What about if it's vice versa? What if he
Yeah,
needs your
yeah, and
mom?
vice versa. Sometimes, yeah. I've had guys contact my mom and say shit to her. Anyway.
What say you, Candy?
I say, well, I used to have a joke, which is probably a bad one, but I used to say your mother has to either love me, like your family has to either love me or they got to be dead. Like those are your options.
Damn,
So
that sounds crazy. That sounds
I know, but
like
no,
my race, you know what I mean? Yeah.
but realistically, I think it's important, not even just in a marriage, but like when you're dating, that the family gets along with you. It can
Mm.
cause a lot of problems. Like think about it. Even in just setting up like birthday parties or get-togethers, like if you got a lot of animosity between you and the family members, like I don't want to be fighting with your sisters. I don't want to be fighting with your mama. So like I would prefer for us to be friendly, cordial at the very least, but I would prefer more for them to look at me as an extension of their family now, because
Mm.
then we get along the best. So for me, it'd probably be like a 9 at the lowest.
Mm.
Yeah.
I actually was gonna give it a 5 or 6. I think it is important to know my old lady's family, but I don't want them to have too much of an influence on our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because I
That's fair.
done dated too much people that ain't come from together homes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
so it's like they probably don't even have an example of how a healthy relationship could be, and now they putting in their 2 cents behind the scene. That's just too much going on. But I
That's fair.
would want to know their family so we are family, because that's gonna make us bond. But I won't put it I won't put it too high up. I actually had bad experience with that shit being too high up there. And me and one of my exes stayed in a relationship longer than we should have been in, just because our folks know each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
What about you, Omni and Lover Girl Roxy?
Ladies first.
Hi, Omni.
Hey, what's going on?
DJ, you actually stole my number. I was gonna say 5 or 6. I actually no, you dead ass
It's
read
all
my
good,
mind out.
Junior. It's all good, Junior. You could be like me. It's all good. You're
Whatever,
my
dog.
junior. It's all
Yeah, whatever. I actually have talked about this before. I went through some nasty experiences, and I actually had a similar situation with my previous marriage where we pretty much were together because our families were very much influential, especially as Christian families, especially as the people when we were even supposed to get married. The whole reason why they even told us to get married, you put the cart before the horse, because we had our kid. So, there were really a lot of flags at the time where I'm like, I don't think a marriage is going to work. But the fact that we had both sets of parents just in our ears constantly, and it turned into a situation where it was going to be, well, I'm going to go tell your family about you and vice versa or whatever like that, and trying to, I guess, manipulate the situation, because everyone has their side of the story and then there's a truth somewhere in the middle. But now you're trying to even pin family members of the original person against their family because it's too much involvement. It gets very sticky. So I was going to say 5 or 6 just because it's still your relationship at the end of the day. And too many cooks in the kitchen, we already know what's going to happen. Omni?
You got it, Omni.
What's going on, everybody? What up, Dot?
Yep.
So I would say 6, 7 for me. 6 to 7 for me.
I almost did it. I had to stop myself.
I was there.
So listen, so I can only speak from my situation, right? I'm married. her mother, my now mother-in-law, encouraged us to get married from the jump. I said, slow down, wait a minute. And she comes from, I'm gonna say relationship wise, she's made some mistakes. I'll put it that way. So I'm not really eager. I wasn't really eager to get married from someone who didn't have a good track record, on the advice of someone who didn't have a good track record themselves. Nor, on my mother's side of the family, which is who I'm around here, everybody back home, like back in Louisiana, married, Christian, whole nine. But here in Kentucky, bunch of single people, some of which have never been married. So I didn't have that solid example in my teenage years into adulthood. So I'm actually shifting the dynamic, I'm making the paradigm shift of my family just by being married and being in a long-term relationship in general. I tell people, because I'm no expert, I've been married all of 5 minutes, right? I tell people the number one thing is, do y'all want to be together? If y'all actually want to be together, because I forget who said it earlier, but some people are getting in relationships out of necessity, from a state of duress. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all actually want to be together? In the nature of work, and we talk about marriage is work, I think, Ignat, you said marriage is work. When we talk about work in general, they say if you do what you love, you don't have to work a day in your life. And we apply that thinking to our relationships, would it really be work? Or is that just you maintaining that which you love?
Isn't it like a career though? Like a lot of people who actually find the career that they want, they feel like they never work a day in their life. I think like what you're saying, if you're with that person, it's not going to be easy, but there's ease, if that makes sense.
Oh
like,
yeah, there's fees, maintenance, the whole nine. Absolutely.
Yeah, I like the way you use that term. I like that.
So I think like you said, I think both Creative and Candy, and I think LA even put it in there with the whole survival or the stigmatization of staying together. Like I think all the ladies kind of touched on the pessimistic sides of staying together. Not to be pessimistic, but they did touch on that a little bit, as far as like even with women just getting their womanhood because they got a man. But I think when we think of this idea of romance, just to kind of take it back to the original topic, that is kind of the cherry on top, where you're with your person and life could literally be going to hell. But it's like, dang, we at least still got each other. That delusional side of, or the fantasy side of romance and love can kind of be a little bit of a glue until you get back on your feet, because you have the right person with you.
Yeah, and then you also have each other's, going to the familial side of things, right? Because each of us come from a family, so you also have family support systems. Your wife can lean into your support system from your family, as well as you can lean into hers. Like the dudes on her side of the family, I swear they put me through every manhood test, every check that they could. They could. Look, they sick the dog. They literally sick the dogs on me. Like her cousin came out with 2 big pit bulls. And so I'm saying they were so huge, they pulled this little nigga across the field, across the lawn. He barely could control them. They came up to me. I gave him a big hug. We was all cool. They was licking my face and whatnot. You know what I mean? Because dog recognized dog. But you know what I'm saying? Like what was another one? Her other cousin, her sister's son was inviting me out to drinks and was like, yo, Omni, we gonna go downtown and we gonna holler at these bitches. I'm like, what? I'm with you. You feel me? You feel me? It's your cousin talking about we gonna holler at bitches. Come on, though. So yeah, get me drunk. And they already told her that they already told her that they would plan to get me drunk so that they could so that they could try to beat me up and whatnot.
Get
They
that
was
truth
talking
serum out of you too. Make sure they knew
that
what
too.
your intentions were.
And then they were, you know what I'm saying? They was talking all this aggressive shit on the phone, but when it's me in person, it's all smiles and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, hey dog. Can't knock them for trying. Can't knock them for trying. But
so you passed the G test. Okay, Omni. Okay.
Pretty much all her family loves me. Her grandfather approved of me, which was it was the only approval I was looking for, was a grandfather, because he's military man, earned his stripes in the military, also a martial artist. Many people don't know this about me, but I also took karate back in the day and taekwondo. So yeah, like you know what I'm saying? You're going to go through some things, but it's not, it doesn't feel like work. Like people always that's why I came up here, because I was hearing the work conversation. It was like, it's not a day in my relationship that it actually feels like work. And I'm gonna be honest.
I don't think work is bad.
So let me ask you this. So you're saying it's not a day in your relationship that y'all had to work on anything?
No, I said it doesn't feel like work. We have tasks to complete. We have things that, you know what I'm saying, we have roles to fulfill and things of that nature.
No, not like duties, like because remember y'all, or maybe y'all know each other for a long time, right? But y'all two separate people. So I'm trying to figure out, like, did y'all have to work y'all way into the union, or is, you know what I'm saying, or it was just y'all already always know each other? You know what I mean? And I do think when people say it's work, I don't think it is necessarily means like a bad thing. I'm thinking is like every day is not gonna feel like butterflies, you know what I'm saying? But you still gotta like rise to the occasion or play your role type shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, I'm gonna say people, right, don't want to think about the roles that they have to fulfill. They don't want to make those roles feel like chores and whatnot. Like, oh, I got to do this again. God no. Like, I don't know if y'all reviewed this at some point, or it would be great for the show, but Leslie Jones has a clip that just recently came out where she's talking.
Yo, we watched that yesterday. We could bring it back.
Yeah, she was talking about marriage being slavery.
Slavery.
I'm like, that's wild, because
that's excessive.
You know what I'm saying? If anybody's working like a slave, it's my ass. Because my wife hasn't gas pump handle since she's known me. She you know what I'm saying? She doesn't know what the light bill looks like. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody's working like a slave, it'd be my ass. But so I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know where she got with that, but I think a lot of women, has she ever been married? Does anybody know?
I'm not sure.
She said in the interview, her father never raised her to be a wife. And that's where I was about to take it real quick. And hey, Carmen, I was just going to say real quick, you know, we have issues with having people who don't want marriage, respectfully. Like, I hear a lot of conversations being led by people who don't want marriage, speaking on marriage. And it's kind of strange, because that's like, I don't know. I don't want to say a person who wants to be a millionaire but doesn't want to work. I'm trying to think of like an example of just something that you wouldn't want to do, but you're still going to talk about it. It's kind of strange, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or you've never seen it. You've never seen it before. You don't have anything to compare it to.
I'm gonna play the video one time for the one time, and y'all feel free to chime in, right?
Well, man,
I do.
So a dominant to your submissive.
I'm not submissive.
Could you be a trad wife is what I'm asking.
Trad wife meaning like I'd be at home and take
like making Oreos from scratch.
I don't absolutely not.
Why not?
Because that's not who the I am, and my daddy didn't raise me like that.
To be a trad wife.
To be anybody's wife. My dad used to literally say that to me. I didn't raise you to be somebody's wife.
That's so brave.
I don't know if it's brave or smart. Most of the people that I know that's gotten married are divorced now.
And so really that's an indictment of the institution.
Yeah. I think marriage is legalized slavery.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Say more.
Yeah, Yeah. Let me know if anything she said before y'all want to go back to. But this song's like
I just want to give a disclaimer
traumatized.
for people who don't watch Z-Way. She's a troll, and she was trolling Leslie Jones this whole interview. It was hilarious.
Dude, the
She
inter-
is a troll.
I was about to say, she's
Who
like,
is
yeah,
that?
that's interesting. I'm like,
Anyway, the girl channel that we're watching, that young lady right there, she was
wait a
trolling her
minute.
the interview is hilarious. If you ever just want to watch something that's funny, but she was trolling her. That's why she's like, that's very brave. Because she was.
Well, I didn't see the whole thing. I was like, I
If you
kind of
just want
tried
to
to.
get a laugh, watch the whole thing. Her channel is crazy. Z-Way is hilarious. So I just wanted to give that disclaimer for people who don't know.
And
That's a
shows
hell
to
of
the
a
black.
thing.
And shows to the black. He said, or she said, "Yo, black, are you a he or a she? You be sending shit. We don't know
I
if you
think
a he or a she." Black
I
said,
think
"I've
that's
been
Black
married for
Pride.
black
I
who?
think his name is Black Pride. I think that's his
Black
name.
Pride. Okay." Shows to the Black Pride. He said, "DJ, I've been married for 28 years. It's not easy, and marriage requires a lot of work for it to be successful." Well, yeah, for it to be successful is what he's saying.
But can you not hear how that would scare people off when you say it like that?
Oh, absolutely.
But look at this, right? I think it's based on how people is like what lens they looking at the shit through, right? Because sure is hard work or it's a lot of work, you know what I'm saying? But even like to go with what Omni was saying, if you love what you do, sure, let's say you like painting and it's hard work to paint this sculpture. It's gonna take hard work, you're gonna sweat, you're gonna stay up all night type shit, but you love doing this shit, so it's like a passion. It's still passion in this shit, right? And a lot of times we gotta get dopamine. We gotta get a dopamine release when we do stuff, a reward. And when you do what you love, it's like when people say do what you love for work, is because the times when you're not getting paid money, you still getting that dopamine release from the gratification of doing the shit. You still getting paid because when you get money, you get a dopamine release. Best believe when you get that check, then that direct deposit hit you, it release dopamine. So when you love what you're doing, it release dopamine. When you bust a nut, it release dopamine. When you eat your favorite food, it release dopamine. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the satisfaction drug. It's like reward. You know what I mean?
But
And
what I
it's
was going
something.
to
Oh,
also
go
ask,
ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, real quick, because what I was also going to ask is that's also why you have a bunch of people who want to be millionaires, but not everybody gets there because not everybody
Mm.
wants to put in the work to be a millionaire. And I think realistically speaking, do we also tell people not everyone is going to get married in the successful way that you think you are because you don't want it bad enough? The same way not everyone can make it to the NBA. Not everybody can make it to be Beyonce, you know? So it's like, do we start telling people that truth? Or do we still try to make it as everyone can get it if you believe?
See, that's a good
And-
question. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna add on to DJ's point. There's something to be said about this generation and the spell of instant gratification everybody seems to be under. Because it's like we even get paid weekly when back in the day you used to get a check either bi-weekly or monthly. You know what I'm saying? So now is we in the JG Wentworth era where it's my money and I want it now, and we treat everything the same way. We want to get matter of fact, some people want to get paid before they put in any work. You know what I'm saying? I want the perfect wife. I want all these assets. I
think that's where we
and then I'll perform for it.
But
You know
check
what
this,
I'm saying?
Omni. I think that's where we at with like every single thing now, even our attention span. We want to get to that shit right away. Like when I'm looking for some shit, I even pulled up the Shardest video. Like I'm automatically gonna go to the Shardest video because I want that shit right away. We got air fryers. We get that shit right away. You know what I'm saying? Everything right now is like right away. This one is thumbs down in the air fryer. You know what I'm saying? She probably the southern cooking macaroni from scratch.
Air
and all
fryer's
that
clutch.
shit. You know, I'm
Air
fuck with the
fryer,
air
you
fryer.
heard?
You know what I'm saying? I'm an advocate for the air
no
fryer.
air fryer around me. I am going to talk about you
Air
for
fryer is
days.
clutch.
Listen,
For
I'm not going to stand for air fryer
days.
slander tonight. Y'all are not
Right.
doing
Girl.
Right.
I got a
If I
stove,
have
oven,
mine is
air
an
fryer,
Instapot
and still
that
hit the
also
DoorDash
turns into
app from
an air
time to
fryer.
time.
So I have
Yeah.
a pressure
Instapot.
cooker. My air
I ain't
fryer
gonna
bakes.
lie. The Instant Pot won me over when I realized how fast I could cook a pot roast.
You
I
see?
said, okay.
Now
Like, I
get that
like this
crisp
stuff.
lid on top of it, and listen.
Like I was
Yep.
like, okay, I like
Make
the
you a
Instant
baked
Pot, but
potato
the air
in an
fryer,
air fryer. I promise you,
no.
your life will
Especially
change.
when you have kids. When you have
It's a
kids,
fact.
come on. Come
I
on.
have
It's a
kids.
35 to
no-brainer.
45 minutes in the air fryer is all it
No-brainer.
takes
I
for a
can't
baked
get behind
potato.
the
I
air
promise.
fryer.
So I'm gonna give y'all
I'm
real
sorry.
quick on a tangent, real quick, just for the people that don't know. If you want to make the fastest baked potato, right? You put in not boiling water. You put a bowl of water in your microwave. Go ahead and hit that potato button real quick. I promise you, there's a reason why you got that potato button. Put it in there with some salt water because it's also going to pre-season the outside. Hit that potato button, let it cook for however long your potato setting is, and then pop that thing, put some holes in it real quick with a fork, pop that thing in the air fryer. I promise you, 15 minutes, you got a baked potato.
You can't just, poke the holes, put it in the stove, find you something to
I'm
do
not
while it
waiting.
cook.
I'm not waiting
Sometimes
for
you can't
boiling
wait.
water.
Yeah, sometimes
What
you
did I
can't
say
wait.
about the instant gratification? What did I say?
Sometimes
What-
listen.
When my 7-year-old
Sometimes you
says,
can't wait.
"Ma, I'm hungry now," or when my own stomach says, "You know what,
Listen.
Rosie, you ain't eating about 5 hours."
Listen,
We
I
doing
know.
that 15-minute baked potato.
I know you putting them through their paces. 'Cause if you ain't waiting for a baked potato, you ain't waiting for a man either. I promise.
It's
So
just
go
the
ahead.
Make it a while.
He was cool. He was cool.
I
You
usually
can-
be locked in. I don't know why he trying to.
And you know
It's
what?
just
too?
jokes. It's just
I
jokes.
just made some baked potatoes. You know what you can do while you wait? You can make you some shaved steak. You can cut up your little
Girl.
sides, get your cheese ready, go watch some TV. So when the potato get done, you got more stuff to add to it. Make you some shrimp.
See, I
And
do
now
it.
you got
Shrimp
you a
cooks too
loaded
fast.
potato.
Hold on, shrimp
Go
cooks
ahead.
too
I'm
fast for baked
imagining
potato.
this.
I literally had a shrimp baked potato today. So I'm telling y'all, when you are fast
show
hungry,
to the
go ahead and make that microwave and air fryer baked
I ain't
potato.
gonna lie to you.
and show
It was
so
the
to
microwave
these
that took me
show
out.
so to these ladies up here. See how happy they are talking about domestic duties. You know what I'm saying? Look how they face light up. Look at creative face lit up when she heard about. You know what I'm saying? Show so to that shit. We appreciate that.
DJ, so
The microwave though.
Right.
I'm just
How
saying.
did you learn about that?
The potato button? My stepmom taught me it because, like I said, when you are like working mom, all that kind of stuff.
I
'cause
should
again,
said that to segue.
and then I started playing with it, so I started doing the saltwater trick just to season the outside, and I usually put it in the oven afterwards because it softens. You can, if you want to do it the long old-fashioned way, boil your potato first and then pop it in the oven. It makes the easiest fries. It makes the easiest baked potato because the cook time is lessened because of the boiling method.
I was gonna say, Candy Cane sent you a video in the thing.
So
Oh,
when
I'm
we're
good,
done with this
Let
one,
me play that.
when we're done,
I mean, we're gonna have to hit each other up on Instagram.
Yeah, well, I'm not putting nothing in the
Yeah,
microwave. I ain't
drop
gonna lie to you.
the
But it's
IG
very
in the
Just
interesting
boil it
to
on your
know.
stove. Boil it
Yeah,
on your
drop-
stove.
Yes,
and
because
it
I
cooks
gotta
fast.
boil it with some chicken broth.
Yeah, and then pop it in the oven.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? This is not no Martha Stewart. You know what I'm
So when
saying?
women are over here talking about cooking and domestic value,
I thought it was Women
Because that shit is
Wednesday.
because I'm still hungry. You know what? My bad. You see this? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This is very
women
divisive.
belong in the kitchen, and we're talking about being in the kitchen. And you see what these men do, ladies?
But I
No,
just
don't say
Trying to be
these
appreciated
men. I
romantic.
love. Keep
I
talking
just
about
This is
cooking.
I just
romantic right
appreciate.
here.
I just appreciated y'all. I give y'all appreciation. You know what I'm saying? And I just would like to get back to the video and appreciate this young lady who put in a hard work to make this video for us to review. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Let's share the appreciation around.
Because if I'm thinking about slavery and I'm thinking about marriage, there are two different images that come
Absolutely
into my
not.
head.
I don't think I don't know how you don't. Man is
Crazy.
especially if he's expecting you to be a trad wife, just might as well pull out a whip
Damn.
and a chain.
Wow. So there are young.
Let me ask y'all this thing. Y'all don't think the Leslie lady was being funny too, though? I think she's being funny. In no way she think like that.
She's a comedian. She's a comedian.
Yeah.
No, she said that from the pit of her
Serious,
soul.
but she's serious and funny.
Yeah, now that I look at it,
Said that.
now I'm listening to it, she trolling.
Nah,
Right.
man.
She's serious, right?
There's
She's
truth in
serious.
jest.
She knows how to
There's
say
truth
it
in
in a
jest.
controlling way. Because
Listen,
again, if you watch the beginning of the interview, Z-Way was pissing her off. Z-Way was asking her, "Do you believe that bisexuals are worthy of whatever?" And she's like, "Yeah, I don't know why you asking me that." She's like, "So what turns you straight?" And Leslie's like, "I've never not been straight." She was pissed. In the interview.
oh yeah, this might be a troll then. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But they
They were
clipped this out
trolling.
because they knew this would go. They knew this would go viral.
Yeah.
They knew that this would go viral, so they clipped this out. I feel it.
Yeah, I'm actually probably gonna review it on a
It's
probably later on after the show. Probably, I think I'll review that shit.
I promise you, Leslie Jones was getting pissed off. She was trolling the whole time, but I do think she's telling the truth of how she really feels, but just in a trolling manner.
Let's pull up this video. And what's this video about, Candy?
If I recall correctly, it's about Gen Z saying they don't want to get married.
Okay.
And listen, Lazy, this is not just like y'all don't just receive that messaging on your side. Like as men, we've received, you know what I'm saying? Every time I would hear about marriage growing up, it was the old ball and chain. That's how, you know what I'm saying, dudes will refer to their wives and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? It's on both sides of the aisle, honestly. It's on both sides.
Especially
That's
now.
why I asked earlier, the way that
Pew
we set
Research just dropped a crazy stat. In 1993, 83%.
My fault, Ro. Go ahead. You
I
got
was
it.
just asking earlier, do we tell everybody? Do we stop pushing marriage to everyone? Because the same way, like I said earlier, not everyone's going to be a millionaire, even though I'm not saying that they don't have the capability. You just know some people really aren't going to really put that oomph into it like they should.
Yeah, I think you should just put work instead of putting work into looking like the thing. I think you should just put work into being the thing and then letting everybody else see it. Because like we've been in the age for quite some time where it's like, fuck what you talk about. What are we looking at? You know what I'm saying? People are more likely to emulate things that they like to see than things that they actually listen to. So it's like you need that example. People need to be the example instead of just having lip service.
Some people not built for marriage, I believe.
That too.
But somebody said something important, and shows her the ism in the building. Somebody said something earlier, and it was damn, I forgot what Mid had said earlier. Damn. My fault. Go ahead, ism. Go ahead.
No. Before you got into the new video, I just wanted to say something because we got these married guys. We got a couple henpeck guys on the panel right now. These agreeable Negroes. But Leslie Jones, a lot of you women, somebody got to say it. Y'all might look like Leslie Jones. So Leslie Jones, ain't nobody really trying to lay up with you. You ain't really looking on the side of the game. When you like a rough looking lady like that, just go on and be a lesbitarian. Just because you're not really going to get the man you want to really act right. You too rough. You too, maybe you can be a guy and y'all do threesomes or something, but ain't nobody trying to roll over and grab Leslie Jones' shoulder. She does the burly back, tight end.
Come on, we all got children.
linebacker.
We all got
I mean, she's
children.
funny.
We all
She
got
funny.
children.
But okay, I didn't want to, be conflating the. But I was talking about the last video.
You know what? I remember the question. I remember what I was gonna say. Right. I do think people that marry over 20 years and shit like that should be the main people in the married conversation. Like everybody else who's not in a married, single, I don't think we should be listening to them really. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. It's pointless at this point. You know what I mean? And I don't think if you look like Leslie is over for you. I don't think if you look like Leslie is over for you. I really think it's still, you can make up by being a pleasant woman, having a pleasant demeanor, you know what I'm saying, and catching a guy just right after he just got out of a terrible relationship. You could scoop right in and save him.
Come on, DJ.
I'm telling you, I'm being
But also
optimistic.
for Leslie doesn't want the marriage. That's literally what she's saying. So trying to tell somebody like a Leslie Jones how she should be when it's not something she wants, it's pointless.
I think
No, but I'm saying for a woman that might look like I'm saying
No,
for
I
a
know what
woman
you're
that might
saying.
look like her, you know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean?
I think she
But
I'm
can.
just saying in
maybe women
general.
who look like her already done wrote off marriage for themselves because they feel like it's unattainable.
Right.
That's why they gotta watch my 400 Pong Life, my 12 how much ever Pong Life. They gotta watch that shit. There's
They
somebody.
stay with
Yeah,
somebody.
these
They
women
They
don't
stay.
have a
Somebody for
stay with
choice.
everybody.
somebody.
But you
They
know
always
what?
got somebody.
You know what
Somebody for
too?
everybody.
When they lose all that weight, that partner leave them.
Sometimes.
Oh man, you see, that was the thing the whole time. But you know what it is sometimes too? It depends on the friends people around. Sometimes a lot of people taste and they flavor be based on who they are around, right? And they don't want to settle, like we might say, you know what I'm saying? But it is settling down because you could stay for the perfect shit, or you could settle with this person with what you got, and the rest y'all could work on and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If Leslie, the people in the 400 Pong Life, they ain't around a bunch of people. So they don't gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? They just with a 400 Pong person and they thugging it out, you know what I'm saying?
They
Somebody for
600
everybody.
pounds.
600 pound
600
life.
Well,
Pong,
Yeah.
Leslie
600.
There you
Jones
go. My
got money.
600-pound life.
Since Leslie Jones got money, she thinks she's supposed to get like an Adonis looking man, but that ain't what she's supposed to get. I mean, a
You gonna
man got
tell
to
her
put
what
up
she's
with
supposed to
looking at you
get?
every day. She like those bald head, natural hair,
Oh my
educated women.
gosh.
You know them women that be like
Nah.
judges
We have,
and
we have
stuff.
a video to
You know what
play
I'm
right
saying?
now.
They don't be wearing weaves and shit. They be wearing their natural hair, but they make money and they're very
All
educated. But don't nobody
hair,
want to hear that
What's
shit
natural
wrong with
haired
natural
women.
when it
hair?
comes to your
Bald
wife.
head,
I'm
natural
just
hair.
saying. You know the women that
You
like don't
just
wear
saying.
weaves and stuff. They're educated. They speak with great English. They might as well just get a white man because they want
I
to
thought
control a
Wow.
black man, and they're not gonna
You
find
always saying
nobody but
some shit
I
that's
Earl
thought
that
y'all didn't.
uncomfortable.
understand all of
I
they
thought y'all
shit,
didn't like
all
weave.
of that.
I'm
No, I'm
so
saying the
confused.
regular black man that the woman wants. The a little bit of
So does
thug
a
on him,
regular
but
black man
he
like
work,
weave?
maybe drive a truck, got a little bit of muscles. Okay, so an ugly woman like Leslie Jones and those
Wow,
educated
she's
women that look
ugly.
like the Supreme Judge lady, they gotta
Mm.
marry white men. They wear their natural hair and they're very educated
What
Why
is
they
wrong
gotta
with
marry white
natural
men?
hair?
Black men
You
don't
know
find
what?
that attractive or something?
because
I thought
nobody understands all of that stuff that they be talking, all of that higher learning and all of that.
So
A regular black
you,
man
Yes,
don't
so
but
want to
you
hear
you
that.
don't
don't
understand. That's
know.
what
but
you're
how
saying.
why you gotta
No,
slander
sweetie.
natural
You don't
hair
have
though? I
to
thought
protect
y'all
it
didn't
for
even
anything
like
else.
weave.
We
I'm
don't
just
like
saying you haven't
weave.
read a book since third
Stop
grade.
the cap. Y'all
Well,
love weave.
it ain't
Weave.
no
I hate
y'all.
weave. I hate weave. I hate the
I,
smell of it. I
Yeah,
hate
my
the
wife
taste
So
of
doesn't
it.
wear
so
I
a
weave.
hate the
man know
smell
when
of
he
it.
see
My
weave,
wife's natural hair all the way.
he know you can't have
Man,
more
look at
than
this,
a
man.
college a BA, or either you a nurse. But once you
When
don't see
y'all see
weave,
it,
you like, oh, she might got a master's degree or a
when y'all
PhD.
see a woman with that good weave, you
Mm-mm.
know what I'm saying? Or wig. Wig is cool. To me, I prefer wig over weave. You know what I'm saying? You see a woman with that expensive wig and shit, you know what I'm saying? Your head gonna turn when she walk past you, and the
I can't
yams
wear
is
no wig.
yammings and
I
all of
like
that
natural
shit.
hair. I
I
like natural
sweat through
hair.
I got
through my
tired of
That
scalp.
pulling
look
It
like
looks
tracks
something you
like
out
could
with
hair.
my
fuck on.
youth.
I like natural hair. Sorry.
Listen,
Yeah.
That look like something you
How
could
would you
my
know?
fuck
natural
on.
hair costs money. My wigs
We
and
get
weaves cost
excited.
money. At the end of the day, I'm gonna need any man who's not financing it to shut his
Yeah.
mouth. If you're not financing what's
Yeah,
going on my
Facts.
I
Facts.
I got tired
But
of pulling
but
tracks
Do
but
out
if
of my
what
you
you
got
youth
like
do,
that
because
little
it's not
short
happening.
hair, you got
is
like
you
that little
say,
Tony Braxton, no, that little natural nappy afro, we know you got a master's degree or a PhD, and you're gonna act too educated.
That's bullshit, bro.
Rogue, see what you gotta say is, oh baby, I just really wish you could see my hair right now, but it's not done.
Did
Could
y'all
you
not see
just
Carmen in the chat? Carmen was giving all the lines, but I tell you, Carmen was dropping straight game in the chat the whole time.
oh
Let's
baby, I just
all right,
really
y'all.
wish I
Let's
had my hair
let's
done
get
right now. I just feel so upset. I just wish I could see you with my hair done. I want to look my best for you, baby.
Carmen
Can you give me
is
the money?
And
Black,
they
give
go
me the
for
money.
I
Give
only
somebody
did
the
wait a
money.
minute. Wait a minute.
they go for that, Carmen. They really go for that. That's
Right
crazy.
after this sugar baby tutorial, you know what I'm saying? This sugar baby weave money soliciting tutorial. We'd like to get back into this video.
Men like to feel useful. Let them be useful.
There we go, pretty princess. I like
I'm
that.
gonna tell you why that's gay. I'm gonna tell you
Of
why
course
that's
you
gay.
like that. Of course you do. You know what I mean?
Doc, but listen, Doc, I'm gonna tell you what the rest of the game is, right? She said she's saying all of that so he can send money, and she already got her hair done.
You want me to know that?
I mean, you're loud. You're loud right now.
Let's get into the video. Let's get into the video.
Of female high school seniors said that they wanted to get married someday. In 2023, that number's down to 61%. And immediately the conservative reaction has been, see, this is what happens when girls stop watching fairy tales.
Fairy tale, America's teen girls are not buying the marriage dream. New Pew research shows only 61% of 12th grade girls expect to marry somebody. That's a sharp drop from 83% in 1993. Experts say fewer fairy tale movies and a bigger emphasis on education, success, and independence are shifting what happily ever after means.
This is what happens when they changed Snow White. Disney ruined marriage. Feminism ruined marriage. The culture stopped teaching women how to be wives, and now no one wants to get married. But I want to ask a different question. What if this isn't a crisis? What if this is actually a sign that young women are waking up from decades of romantic propaganda that sold them on a fantasy of marriage that never really existed in the first place? Let's dive in and look at how marriage is actually showing up in women's lives. Talk about the decline of the old school rom-coms and Disney love stories, and listen to what older women are saying very publicly about what marriage really feels like from the inside. And by the end of the video, you'll see that this shift from 83% to 61% doesn't mean that women are broken. It means the story is broken. Before we get into it, please be sure to like and subscribe and share the video with someone who you think might like it or hate it. The algorithm doesn't care. Let's start with the Pew Research data and what it actually tells us. So here's the number everyone's talking about. In 1993, 83% of female high school seniors told Pew that they wanted to get married someday. That number drops to 61%. That's more than a 20-point drop in the stated desire for marriage among young women.
Let me ask you this. Did you watch the whole video?
No, not the whole video.
Did she say, like, what's the main reasons women not trying to marry no more?
Yeah, she's going into it right now.
Because it is a 20-minute video. All right, let's just
We don't. If you want to pass on it,
He was asking you for the spark notes. If you know where.
Yeah, like if you,
Let me show TikToks.
I think I could find. I think I could
Instant
find.
gratification, Dad. I'm telling you.
You see, I think I could find a way to
Look at him. He can't wait.
Oh, man.
Look, 20 minutes.
Instant
20
gratification
minutes
is a
is a long
motherfucker. I
time.
promise.
Let me let it play. Yeah, trying to.
Over 30 years. That's not a small shift. That's generational. Now, notice a few things about this. First, this is about wanting marriage, not actually getting married. What do girls think is a good life? What does success look like to them? In the early 90s, for the vast majority, that dream included marriage almost by default. For Gen Z girls today, a good life might include marriage, or it might not. Second, this is happening in the context of a broader trend. We know that people are getting married later. Divorce is normal and visible, and cohabitation is common, and economic precarity is everywhere. So when conservatives say, girls don't want marriage because they don't have the fairy tales anymore, they're kind of right, but they are ignoring all of this structural context that is very important. They're acting like the only variable in women's lives is whether or not they watch Cinderella on VHS. What I see in this data is not just marriage is down. I see unquestioned assumptions are down. It used to be, of course you want to get married. Of course that's the ultimate goal. Now more girls feel free to say, actually, maybe not. And that's the part that's being framed as the crisis. But to understand the panic, we have to look at how marriage has been sold to women and who profits from that story. If you scroll through TikTok or Instagram right now, you'll find an entire genre of content that simply didn't exist in the early 1990s. Older women speaking honestly about marriage. Not the wedding, not the ring, not the how I met your mother story, the actual day-to-day reality of marriage. You'll see women saying things like, I'm in my 40s, I'm divorced, I'm child-free, and I've never felt more at peace.
What divorced women don't say out loud, but feel deeply about marriage. This is from a recent article I read. Number one.
So let me ask y'all this. Y'all think it's like a majority of divorced women that feel this way, that feel like relieved that they came out of a marriage, they released some burdens? What y'all think?
I think it's a bit of a mixed bag. Like I've seen plenty of women that say that they got divorced because the vibe wasn't the same when they first got married, and they regretted divorcing the guy afterwards. So listen, and now they can't, you know what I'm saying, they can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. and they
For
regret.
the ones that
Um,
regretted the divorce, right? Like, what would you say is the major reason that, like, you could speculate, like, what you think is the major reason they regret the divorce?
Probably
For the
can't
ones
find
that
somebody that's similar.
Getting
Probably
back
can't
in the
find.
dating scene.
getting back in the, I could see
Yeah,
that.
so I have heard a lot of women that got divorced, and from just listening to them, just have a work conversation, and they were like, "Yo, what is this dating? What?" Like they've been out so long, and they realize this dating is difficult. It's like the struggle, and
My favorite
they
saying is
regret.
there's piss in the dating pool.
It piss in the dating pool.
A
They
lot of
regret. One recent my boy that just got divorced, and
Mm.
she just like, I guess she's naive. She's like, all these married men, they telling me they were going a couple of days with me, and then at the last minute they'll tell me they're married. And I'm just like, I'm not used to this. Like, so that's their biggest regret from what I see, that going back out in the market and they see the bullshit out there.
A lot of bullshit.
I think the biggest problem that I ever found out, and I explained this to my mother-in-law, is like she was focused on the wedding and whatnot. Like my mother-in-law was. My actual wife, she actually understood the concept of a marriage because she saw it in her grandparents. So yeah, I've always been more about the marriage because the wedding is a day, and it's a day of high levels of dopamine. You know, you're in the bride is in the dress, she's looking different, she has all of everything is like to serve her. The groom and the groomsmen all look the same. The bridesmaids all have everything that the bride dictated, and it goes you know, the perfect day and all of this. And yeah, it's just it's a fairy tale. Like people talk about a fairy tale wedding more than they talk about a fairy tale marriage.
Don't they got like a statistic about people who get the big marriages?
High rates of divorce. Yes.
Divorce
High rates.
What is that about? Explain that shit. What is that shit about?
Because you have this dopamine. Another thing that I never liked about the concept of marriage is you're not supposed to move in with the person. Like you're not supposed to have any
Like shacking up.
Yeah, you're not supposed to live with
I
the
believe
person,
in
which never made sense.
Yeah, I believe
Absolutely.
in shacking up. Yeah, I believe
Absolutely.
in shacking. To me,
You're
that's
not
like
supposed to know.
pre-marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying shacking up is like pre-marriage.
Right.
Yeah, like this concept that you're not supposed to know the day-to-day aspects of what you're going to be walking into prior to you getting married. It was always ridiculous to me. Like like you're just going to forever because you're going to just move in with a person, sign documentation and papers that says you're attached to this person until death do you part, and you don't know whether or not this man has a propensity to leave the toilet seat up. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know if he snores at night. You don't know if he does the littlest thing that annoys you. Like
Or even just, but everything handling, because when you shacking up, you handling finance together to a certain degree. You watching each other spending habits. You seeing like literally everything you gotta see that you're gonna see in marriage. It's like you married without the paper. It's like common law marriage, depending on how long you shacked up.
But you don't know. What I'm saying is you don't know what you're really getting until you step into that, and you have to step into it essentially on blind faith because you don't know what his habits are, her habits are.
Romantic.
You said what?
I said putting the toilet seat down is very romantic.
Yeah.
That's what they were talking about earlier.
But I still want to know what y'all think about the fancy weddings being the ones that have like a higher rated divorce. Like I still don't understand what is that about, because it seemed like you invest in this much into something, won't you try to make that shit work more than some courthouse shit?
You invested in this huge day, in this huge moment, you have that huge dopamine, and then at some point the show's over.
Honeymoon
you
phase.
just have a drop of dopamine.
That's all it is.
So it's like you can't top that moment. It's like that moment is it, but you can't like beat that moment type shit. It's like you competing with that moment. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
because people do the most extravagant shit, most decadent shit I've ever seen when it comes to weddings. They'll be like, okay, we're gonna go to Hawaii and we're gonna get married at a beach while the lava's flowing down the volcano and shit. And it's, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna release 1,000 doves. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my God.
Who got the money to do all that? That's
and
like
then,
not even.
and then next week you just in bed looking at the nigga. Like,
oh, I can't stand your ass.
That's not even real. That's like that's imaginary.
it's not real, but people do it.
No,
You
people
know
do
what?
that
I'm
because they're so focused on the
parents be
day and not
excited.
the decade. Like they're just so
Yeah.
focused on what they so focused on that day. They so focused on just getting down the aisle, flexing in front of their friends, and then gotta wake up with that person next week after the honeymoon and be like, "Oh, you snore so loud. I just can't stand your butt. Oh my gosh, and you chew with your mouth open. Oh, I just can't deal with this no more."
And that's why you
Like
gotta
they
keep
already done got
pictures.
what they wanted.
Yeah, you gotta keep pictures of the wedding around the house to remind you of that day so you can go back mentally in that point in time.
That comment right there.
Just so that
That is
so
crazy.
you forget that the nigga ain't shit for real. Like, you know what I mean?
But, so you guys are saying you should shack up first and
Yes.
then vet the person. But I believe that, to be quite honest, the
Oh my
marriages
God!
that last,
Nobody said that. Wait, DJ Genesis. Nobody said shack up and then vet. You gotta vet somebody at least to a certain degree before you even live with them. And whilst you living with them, you vetting before you sign the dotted line type shit. You vetting throughout the whole shit.
most people don't get married after they live together for like that time because there's nothing binding you to like make sure that you there's no oath. There's nothing that says that I made a vow before God that says that we're gonna stay together.
I
really
with that.
I disagree. I married
Because
my wife.
when you are like shacking up with that person,
We shacked up
you
first.
know,
We did. We shouldn't
yeah,
have, but we
well,
did.
you're
What's crazy
the
to me-
exception to the rule. I would say, to be quite honest, when like marriages that last long usually are arranged marriages. Those
Yeah,
marriages last the longest, and that person, they don't love each other. They just get arranged. There's a dowry, and that woman probably met that guy like probably a couple days beforehand, and then they have to learn to love each other, and they know that they made a vow. They take that vow serious, and then from that point on, they are bound by their word. So
Well, there's more onto that, Genesis, because it's not just like arranged marriages isn't just you and that person. It's a familial agreement at that point. So now you going against the family if you get divorced. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I think
it's
that's
a different
probably
way
the
to
best
it.
way to go about it. I wish that we could go back to that because
Mhm.
those
You wanna
marriages
go back to
lasted
that,
longer.
DJ? No, no.
Those marriages lasted longer. If you want to get married the right way, I believe that when you involve your entire community and family, those marriages last longer. They're more incorporative. This whole
No.
like kind of pomp and
No.
circumstance of a wedding and this to show off in front of your buddies and stuff like that, and like invite people to like those marriages are the ones that like, okay, we having a disagreement and I can just divorce you.
I
Typically,
don't need you telling my mom that I'm stressing you out and have her calling my phone. I don't need you over here snitching to my parents about me. That's
yeah.
not where it's at. And there is a thin line because if you give someone all the benefits up front, then they don't see why they have to go all the way if you're already giving up all the benefits.
But isn't marriage business? Someone says most arranged marriages are loveless business deals, but marriage is business. It technically is. It's a contract. You sign a contract.
Yeah,
to-
it is a
it's
business.
a business. So when you actually look at it, and the
There's
best way to do
business
business is
aspects
to
to
have
it.
a
Business
community
aspects,
around
right.
the business to make sure it succeeds. You want to have your family involved to make sure that that marriage is successful. You want to have your parents. You want to have everybody like around to like help to
Accountability.
keep it going on. You know, accountability, exactly.
Yeah.
But right now
Y'all
we don't
want a
involve our
bunch of
family. It's like,
snitches.
oh, I love this person, so called. And the bottom line is, marriage is not really about love. Is one part of it, but you can grow to love somebody.
And you can grow to hate them.
You can grow to
And you
hate.
can grow to put some asinine in their food at night, every night for the next 6 months until they suddenly die.
Pessimist. Ooh.
But I do think I do think we over romanticize like the relationships though, because a lot of the arranged marriages, they go through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go through shit with people, you grow a certain type of bond with them too. You know what I'm saying? So I do think we put too much emphasis on the feeling part, even though that's like the starting. You know what I'm saying? We neglect all the other shit that make relationships work, man. But let me play some more of this shit, right?
And I just want to say,
The fairy
based on statistics, 50% of the divorce rates are lower with arranged marriages, roughly 4% compared to love-based marriages, up to 50%. So there's not no longevity in. So because you involve your family, there is something. You're not just marrying that person, and you're marrying the family. That makes a person more accountable to make that marriage.
But you
What's
know what
the
else make it?
sudden rates?
You know what makes that shit work is because not only the family, but you got to think about it. The people who do arranged marriages, they got a whole different religion and a whole different outlook of marriage. They see it as like some duty that they don't want to shame their family if they fail at. So they got like a whole. It's like they just look at marriage as something different from the jump. Like it's not like the shit that we look at. You know what I'm saying? It's not the way we look at this shit.
But they're married longer. I mean, 4% divorce rate versus a 50% divorce rate.
That's a high success.
Yeah, 4% versus 50. I mean, that's showing that we think that it should be about love, and we're doing the wrong thing.
I would like to know the sudden unalive rates of those marriages as well. What's the stat on that?
Okay, what are the stats on
unalive rates? In the meantime, let me play some more of this. Well, you know what? We talk about a lot of this stuff this video. Let me see where they go with it. For this 20 minutes.
Is harder to believe in. Many women grow up with a cultural story of marriage as a magical promise. Two people meet, fall in love, and stay together forever. After divorce, that illusion cracks. Even if they want to love again, many divorced women quietly admit to themselves that they'll never look at marriage with the same unguarded innocence. Divorced women often say, "I'm happier on my own now." Marriage can feel like a performance. Looking back, many women realize how much of marriage involved performing roles.
So let me ask y'all this though. Anybody who been divorced or know anybody who been divorced, let me know. Do most divorced people try to get back in marriages, or they say it's one and done?
Oh, I'd definitely be a one and done. If this doesn't work out, then yeah.
Some of them, I see
I'm not doing it.
married.
Some people. Is it the people that been married for a short time remarrying, or the people who been married? Because
I've seen that, and people.
Because I could see somebody who been in it for 20 years is like, man, I don't got 20 years in me again type shit. I could see that shit.
I already know. I'm gonna probably be a sugar daddy.
You say what?
I'm gonna probably be a sugar daddy.
You can say he'd probably just be a sugar daddy. Hey man, I ain't even mad at it, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no wrong with a little generosity.
You going over to Share 7?
Sprinkle, man.
Yo, all these men agree with Share 7.
I've never been married. Hey DJ, I've never been married, but I don't think I'm hopping in it at this point in my life. I just
I got one marriage in me. You know what I'm saying? I got one in me.
I feel that. Dig this, Doc. I think it's because of the person, you know what I'm saying? The emphasis on the person that you're with, who that person is in your mind. And for if that relationship fails, then damn, because, you know what I'm saying? This is the one that I put above, you know what I'm saying? As the vow say, forsaking all others. This is the one that I put above everybody else to begin with. So if the one that I put above everybody else, it didn't work out with them, what hope do the rest have? Or what hope do I have?
That is that long-term spell, bro. That happened to all of us. Think about it. After a long-term relationship is different than some shit that was just like a year you was talking to this chick. Some long-term shit make you look at shit like that. but you always thought you're not gonna find something different, but there's not something better, but there's not your only long-term relationship. I'm pretty sure you had a long-term relationship before this one, right?
That's true. Yeah.
So after a long-term relationship, you don't think you'll be able to find somebody like that person, but you don't find somebody like that person, but you do find somebody else that's probably different, but you still love that other person if you're in a long-term relationship with them. It's just that long-term spell we get. We peer bond with each other, and we connected so much. Even when we just break up, we still some sort of connection. So I think that's just that long-term spell, bro.
I honestly think that like shacking up is a dangerous thing, because when you're tying your assets together and you're not married, one, you're actually missing out on a lot of like benefits to marriage, like taxes and things like that. But there's also that like the thing you can like put your money into a situation, and then the moment you guys disagree, now they can like kick you out of that house or whatever that you guys have both
I'm
put
talking
in.
about like 2-3
Now
years. I'm not talking about shacking up for 10 years. That's crazy. That's like
3 years. That's a long time.
Even 2-3 years.
That's
Like,
a
okay,
long
so
time.
y'all have an argument and she can say get out, or you can say get out to her. So then what happens, right? Because you're not married. The police can't come and say, oh well, you guys are married. You can't just kick him out like that. Now
I
they
mean, if
can
you
say,
get
oh well,
mail
based
sent
on the
there,
right. You got to have a 30-day notice if you get a
yeah,
mail.
if you
sent.
get mail sent there, they have to give you an eviction notice. But I see your point.
You know, that to me, I think if that's you kind of like walking on shaky ground there, like by just even living with a man that you're not married with. I mean, and you know what? I would say this. Do you know I did like some research? Most African men will not live with a woman unless they have been married to them. But more American men don't mind living with a woman that they're not married
Well,
to.
do y'all know how much rent costs? Sometimes people really don't be living with people because they love them. They just need the roommates.
But an African will let a woman move in with them, but they will not.
Mm.
See, here's the thing: like moving in with a woman. How many black men will move into a house where maybe the woman might be doing better, and then they'll move into that house with that woman? African, based on the research I did, African men will not move into a house with a woman.
To be honest with you, Genesis,
even in
mostly in my 20s, I would see me doing that shit, and most niggas that I know moving in a chick crib. But after you 30 and up, you're gonna have your own shit. And
'cause you
most
done got
likely, if
kicked
you're
out a few
dating a chick,
times.
she's coming into your shit. You're not gonna move into, or like you're not about to do that shit. And I wouldn't even advise nobody who just start dating to go in and have a crib together when nah, that gotta be somebody crib that the other person moved to until y'all married. You know what I mean? I don't think
So
you
what do
should
you
be.
think about living in the house with the parents? Do you think that men should go into the house and live with the family and the parents?
No. Why?
Mm-mm. He should
Do
have
y'all
some
not have
self-respect
expiration
not to
dates
do
on
that.
relationships? Because
What
like
you
I'm
mean?
not dating somebody for 4 years and we not talking about married. Like if we together past 3 years and we ain't talking about getting married and moving on, the relationship is over. Because
Okay.
what is we doing?
3
What is
years
we
is a
doing here?
long time. I think a year and a half or two.
I feel like it is
Wait,
too,
a
but that's me
year?
giving grace. But
Wait,
that's a year for me to know you, a year for you to know me, and a year for us to know each other. And if we can't do nothing after that, then
Yeah, 3 years is reasonable, but a year? What are you talking
A
about?
year and a
P?
half. A year or a year and a half. I don't
nah,
see
see, because I don't really know you after
A
a
year and
year.
a half? Come on. Oh, my shit
You know
froze.
what's you know what was
But you
always
know what?
weird to me? People that said that they got married after 3 to 6 months. I'm like, wow,
They do. A lot of people do.
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
But in
Because you could
like in
really
like Latino
be like
households,
a
it's not abnormal for like you're dating a guy and then that guy moves in with the family and everybody pulls their resources together, especially in these times right now when gas prices are high. So you're saying that you wouldn't do that. I believe that even my kids, I'm like, you don't have to like necessarily leave. You could like stay, whatever. And I
That's
don't think
different. Those are
we pull
kids.
our
We're talking
resources.
about grown people.
No, look at this. The only time I would ever move
Kids?
into the only time I would ever move into a girl crib and it's her mom's, and is if she living with her mom's. But if it's her mom's and her dad, I can't do that shit because I don't want me and him to bump heads with no sorts of shit like that. But and he's not about to be. I already got a dad. He's not about to be regulating me like I'm not about to do that shit. especially with my girl there, like that. I want her to respect me and shit like that. I'm not with none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think that living with your parents will keep you from having early pregnancy because you're not probably gonna be getting it in too hard. You know what I'm saying? Just
I don't advise no young man to do that shit unless it's with her moms, and you could play the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? You could learn to be the man.
You know,
No,
Yeah.
he's definitely going to
no,
be
ain't no
still
effort in
all the
the mama house.
I ain't
I tell all the young guys that's coming in, I said, man, listen, don't go out there, get yourself an apartment, save your money. When you get yourself an apartment, you're gonna make a baby. I said the cheat code is stay at home as long as this the guys that's coming in, stay at home as long as you can, save your money. And the couple ones that went out, got their apartment, got kids, and they got to work overtime, they got to do this, they struggling now. And the couple ones that are listening, man, them boys, shit, they're like, man, I'm glad you told me this, man. My daddy trying to kick me out now. Yeah, I can't leave, bro. He's saving his money. So,
ain't no sneaking around, DJ. She gonna bite the pillow.
Yeah.
Cause what you
She
mean?
gonna bite She
What
gonna
you
bite-
mean? We
Um,
living together.
Man,
you gotta be living
you
at
don't
your
do it
parents' house.
in
I'm already
mommy house.
sacrificing.
Like I don't know, a person that's raised right is not gonna feel good living in their mama's
Yeah,
house.
everybody was
that's
right.
why they're not
Everybody
gonna
was
live at their
raised
mommy
right.
house.
Right, so you're not gonna want to be doing it in the.
Come
I
on,
would say,
how many
listen,
people believe this?
if you got your shit together, that shit don't even matter if you stand at home. If you got
That's
your
the
shit
best time to get in. There's a level of excitement. Oh, we might get caught. Like, come on.
Oh my god,
Yeah, we might get caught. Come on,
DJ.
No,
DJ,
I
I moved
believe that if my daughters have a boyfriend and I'm like, okay, I don't want them like moving out of my house and moving in with that boyfriend.
But that's different. That's different because you's a mother. But
It's
a
around
father,
pregnancy around
I'm
the
not.
corner. If she move in with him,
not allowing that
she's gonna be
shit.
pregnant.
Yeah,
in
I'm
like
not living in a chick crib that her dad is in.
How
Like I can't
upset
do
would
that
you
shit.
be?
Yeah.
I want to
DJ,
ask a
when I move
question.
back, go ahead. Sorry about that.
How upset would you be if she pop up pregnant while living under your roof?
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Oh my
So you
God.
might as well be grown down the street.
But oh my god.
Okay.
I'm like, what the hell? What?
He said, "Be going down
See,
this."
because where
What
was
y'all
Joe and
doing?
Tennis? Where
I
was
was
Joe and
checking
Tennis
up.
when they was in there doing the nasty? Is you gonna put nanny cams in the room too? Like,
Man,
Exactly.
I was checking up.
Exactly.
DJ,
DJ, you living under a rock.
Let's hear Mitch. Go ahead.
My kids are gonna be sheltered. I'm sheltered.
I was checking up when I was checking up when I first started my career. I'm like, damn, where my money going? I'm checking up. I just bought a new truck. I see my other coworkers, the young guys coming in. They buying condos and stuff. Man, I moved back with my mom, and in 3 years I had $60,000 raised. Man, I'm telling you, the cheat code is stay at home with your parents as long as you can, as long as they allow you to. Save that money. No rent. Save that money. Put that money in the savings account.
There's a
Good.
reason why they do it like that. There's a reason why other cultures do it like that. Everybody come in the house and pull their money, but don't be fucking in my house. That's gonna be a problem. Like,
I mean, if you got your shit
listen,
together,
I'm gonna be at the
you
window.
can get up.
What's going on? What are y'all doing?
He has his own parents and they got their own house. Why he can't stay at his parents' house?
Listen, you can get a
Yeah, I
hotel.
prefer.
who's trying to be 18?
Wait a minute. I
Who's trying to be
prefer.
23 feeling
I
like they
prefer them. If,
13?
let's say I had to advise some younger people,
they're
bro.
still young.
I would have tell them that. Wait a minute, DJ Genesis. I would have tell them just stay at their folks' crib, and when they trying to fuck around, get a hotel room or some shit. Like that. But I won't tell them go and live at each other parents. That's doing too much.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
I'm
stay.
not saying you gotta
stay
leave
with your
my
mom
house,
and dad
but that
if they allow
nigga
you
can't
to.
come move in with me.
And the parents allowing that? That shit is crazy.
No, I'm
That's
not
a
saying
little loose.
moving in.
No, not you. DJ Genesis was saying is better for them to move into her crib.
No, ain't nothing.
I wish my son would say, "Mom, I'm going to move my girlfriend." You want what?
The point is for them.
Speaking
The
of son.
point is for them to save their money because rent is damn near how you paying mortgage. Rent is now mortgage in certain cities. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The point is for you to save your money.
Boy,
And
go
now,
down.
and now when you want to get out, you got money to buy something. I was able to buy my townhouse, furnish that shit, and buy some more property because I saved so much money. So I was able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have to struggle nothing because I was able to save. I ain't have no rent. I saved all my money. So most guys, when they want to go outside and get their own clothes, they want to fuck hoes, the younger. They just want to, that's all they want to do. They want to fuck some hoes, man. Save your money. That's my advice. And don't make no babies.
I have nothing against you staying at home with me. My issue is when you think you about to be moving other people into the house that I pay rent at. That's where we got an issue. But I gotta go. My baby done woke up.
People
appreciate
can
I appreciate it.
people can still grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to DJ. It was a good conversation, man. Appreciate it.
It wasn't too rocky, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for coming through, Omni. All right, and then it was, let's take this shit out of here. Something else I had to look up. I forgot what it was. But you know what I had to show y'all? I mean, we finished the ladies show. Yeah, it's not even late. It's not even Wednesday no more. It's not even Wednesday. So let me show y'all this shit. So y'all remember the dude that was here yesterday, right? The white guy.
Mhm.
Was y'all here to the end of the show?
Yeah, we seen the white guy. No, I wasn't here at the end of the show. What happened?
So somebody shows out to the people who be, you know what I'm saying, who be diligent and on point. They sent me a video of the white guy on his channel. As a matter of fact, this was after he left here. You know what I mean?
now.
You know what? Like I said, I'm kind of like probably at fault for that because I had a lot of like Trump like stuff, and so they might have came from my channel. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was
yesterday
doing
was
a lot of like anti-Trump stuff and was fighting against the stuff politics, and so some of them people like that's white, that's like weird, might be coming from my channel.
No, but we about to see him. You got a DJ? I want to see him in there.
He fixing to come back. He just came back. He probably came from my channel.
I'm about to pull it up for you, creative. We got the link right here.
So he's one example. Like he's taking care of his mom, right? I think his mom is sick or whatever.
His
So-
dad, he's taking care of his dad.
Right. So a person like that, if he has a girlfriend, wouldn't that be okay for him to like I mean, when people get a certain age, I don't know.
Yeah, check this out. I can't play the whole. I don't know if I could play the whole video. It might not be YouTube friendly, right? But check this out. And by the way, we don't condone this. We're just showing an example of what we don't condone. YouTube. We're showing an example of what we don't condone, right?
Let's do it again. Let's
bring
show
it
y'all
up.
again. Let me show y'all this white boy puts this black boy in his goddamn place. Show you. He puts this black boy in his goddamn place. Hold on one second.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fast forward because they actually got into a fight, right?
Please. Hold on one second.
It's a video of a fight. I don't want to show the fight.
Okay.
I just want to go to right after the fight. It's right before, right here, right?
Please win. Dude, let's watch it again. Let's watch it again, dude.
Wait.
Yeah, he drinks Michelob High Life or something like that.
He drinks Milwaukee's Best or some shit,
So I don't fuck with the goddamn white boy.
right? As a matter of fact, I got ya. I know what I'm about to do. I'm about to put an overlay so you could hear the audio, because we're doing too much video tracking and all of that shit, right? Let me find the tab. Too much tabs open. There we go.
So I don't fuck with the white boy. Please. Show you. He puts this black boy in his goddamn place. Hold on one second.
I'm on you all night. You want to use my chat as a diary, right? And talk shit about other streamers, right? So talking to me.
Watch OG Geezer. The guy in the black. Watch the guy in the black.
Put hands on me. Put hands on me. You really want it? Pussy? Dude, no pussy. With your spread.
He looks at Shay, he's like, hey, Shaw, do it.
You sold your ass to come here?
Boom! Boom! Knock that fucking nigger to the fucking ground.
Wow.
So that was the guy that was here yesterday. That's what he said, right? That's what he said. He said, knock that hard ER to the ground. And we do not condone that over here. You know what I'm saying? That's an example of what we don't condone. Let's move along.
Imagine. That's why I don't fuck with the goddamn white boy. That's why I don't fuck with the white boy. That's why I don't fuck with the white boy. You see OG Geezer on top of him? You don't fuck with the white boy.
Oh, man, he's drunk as heck.
The white boy always wins. The white boy always wins.
Uh-oh.
The white boy always wins. Dude, let's watch it again.
So he wants to watch it again. You know what I'm saying? So that was who was over here yesterday. And Philly was going in on him and people was getting mad at Philly. And it was like, I didn't want to intervene because I didn't know what he was on as yet. You know what I'm saying? I tried to watch a couple of his videos, but shout out to the homie for checking his video out. And you know what I'm saying? It was a hard ER. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, you know.
He's on the other side of 8 Mile. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, like I said, I've done a lot of like political commentary and a lot of like the MAGA people come.
Right. A lot of times when we simulcast, different people come from different channels. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It ain't no issue. You know what I'm saying? Different people come from different places and we appreciate them all. And shows all the Keon in the building. You know what I mean?
What's good, brother?
What's the word?
Oh shit, nothing much. Same old. Pretty much.
Same old. Yesterday when the dude came through, right? Because it made me remember I need to say something, right? Sure, my channel is not a like a blacks only channel. You know, like a whites only fountain. This is not the black only channel. Sure, I'm black and we in black YouTube and most of the people that come here is gonna be black. But other people invited to come up too. But you gotta respect the shit. You can't be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Sure, some shit might not be in your favor because it might be more biased to the black. You in black YouTube. It's just like when you some other place. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody being treated unfairly, like feel free to voice that shit because it's not my intention and I don't think it's nobody's intention on the panel to offend anybody. But sometimes you let people come up and it be this kind of people and you don't know what time they be on. And even me, after watching this video, I would probably still let somebody like on the panel to have a back and forth on some disagreement shit or whatever. But I just won't allow them to be dropping no hard ERs and shit like that up here. That's why I don't let Imperious up, you know what I mean?
Man, that's a fact, and that's understandable, bro. Like as long as he ain't coming over here with that type of energy, I don't see what's the point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't see what's the issue. That's the only thing I had with Philly yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to
come back up again. I remember he came back up and you was talking about the red pill stuff and he was talking that rhetoric.
He came back up. He was in the box with Beachy.
So he came back up again?
Yeah, they had a whole kerfuffle yesterday.
Was he on there to the end? I think he stayed to the end, didn't he?
Yeah, he stayed to the end of the show. He was even in the back chat after the show ended.
Mm.
You know, and that's the thing. I don't know why they gravitate to them spaces, but you know what? A lot of people do gravitate. What'd you say?
I think he's trying to fit in.
He's only 23 or 24, wasn't it?
Yeah, because he sound like he's trying to be cool, but he sound like a lame.
And he's
nobody-
I mean, he.
like
I
all
mean,
the time. He was drunk
the
today.
dude. The dude literally took his hat off for Beachy. Like, you know what I mean? That's why it's just so crazy, because it's like you really a MAGA racist, and yet I mean, hey, Beachy made him turn the leaf, man. Beachy made him turn the
Nah,
leaf.
but wait a minute. That's the thing with a lot of elders talk about, right? A lot of times we be too happy to wag our tail for some symbolic shit that ain't really mean shit. What is him throwing his hat on the floor? He wearing the hat back right now and the same hoodie. He don't give a fuck about shit like that. He was like, I'll burn the hat right now. Bro, that hat costs like $10, $15. Like, what does that mean you're gonna burn the hat? That's some symbolic shit. That don't mean shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, because ever since then I saw his thing. He was drunk today talking stuff, whatever he was going through.
Yeah, and I think it was two different people. Like, I don't think Tyler is the first dude that came up. The first dude that came up, he had some like music he was trying to promote.
Ghost, the guy Ghost or
Ghost.
something.
Yeah, he's different. Yeah, him and Tyler is not the same person. You know what I'm saying? The other guy was older.
Oh, they're not the same person?
No, they're different
Okay.
people.
Yeah, so I didn't see him.
Yeah, Tyler came up. As a matter of fact, he came like a little bit after you dropped. Yeah.
Damn, I should have stayed.
The Ghost came up with the whole red pill rhetoric, and then the other guy
Yeah.
came up with the Trump rhetoric. Like, well, not Trump, but like, I don't know what he was talking about, but I know
Oh,
Ghost was
please.
like just hating women 100%. Like,
What do y'all think about that shit, man? Yeah, I think the women hate is dying down. What do y'all think?
See,
ever
it
since
should
that
have never.
Netflix movie came out, I think that people getting to see like that whole red pill community a little bit different now.
It shouldn't have never started.
I think people start looking at it a certain way before that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that cause that documentary look like it's already coming with a certain agenda. But I look at hella shit on TikTok. A lot of people say they leaving the red pill space. Even Angry Man said there's mainstream red pill and then there's underground red pill. And the mainstream shit is like commercial rap. It's like the commercial shit that is popular and popping. But red pill is not only about relationship. He says about mad different other shit. It's just that the relationship is the mainstream shit. You know what I mean?
I'm
Man,
still
nah, that's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit, bro. You can't sit up here and try to dissociate yourself. That's like the FBA people trying to say that Africans ain't black. That's like Christians trying to sit up here and say that the Crusades or the people that did the Crusades ain't real Christians. Nah, man, that's a part of your history. You can't try to delineate. Like, that ain't nigga.
But
You
that's
can't
the
do that.
same thing as an underground rapper saying that, and like a woke rapper, you know what I'm saying, a conscious rapper saying that they not the same shit as mumble rap.
I don't think so. I don't think that's
It's
the
like
same thing.
Fresh and Fit is like mumble rap. That's what I'm hearing because a lot of people is disassociating themselves from that shit. You know?
Man,
but I think they just go ahead.
listen. The question is, what happened to Princella?
What happened to her?
What happened to her?
She seemed to disappear. Like she was doing stuff every day. Now you go on her page, you see something every like the last thing she did was like 2 months ago. Well, she was hot. I was the one that kind of helped her push her. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of
But
pushed
you
her.
got to remember people like Princella and stuff like that, right? People like that there's certain people on the internet that thrive when everybody's at odds with each other. Certain people can't thrive when everybody's rocking with each other. You know what I'm saying? When everybody was rocking, it was the conscious community. It was a lot of together shit. But when people is at odds, like Princella, if they don't got women that hate men and got a burning desire to hate men don't know how to love and all of that shit. Women just fresh out of a divorce, fresh out of a relationship. what is the need for Princella? That's her direct core audience. You know what I mean? They ain't got no need for her. She's like a more refined Cynthia G. Cynthia G is more like grassroots, but she's more like, you know what I'm saying? She got the star quality and shit, you know what I mean?
She has the mixture of like self-help and Cynthia G.
Princella hates women, no. So wrong. You see, look, man.
Yeah, she went on Real Life Street Stars and turned a 360 degree angle. Like she was like, well, I just realized that I was wrong about the whole thing after her relationship with that one girl.
B Taylor. She also the B Taylor too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, after that relationship, she just became like just got online like bad mouthing the women. So I think that she lost her audience.
Yeah, because the thing about you're gonna lose your audience, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people audience want to hear what they want to hear. And as soon as you switch up, toxic relationship does that too.
Yeah.
But you know what was crazy is that I heard that she was like doing like sexual stuff on her back chats and stuff with the women. So she was kind of like introducing like lesbianism into the fold to the women. So she said all this stuff, and then she kind of brought this kind of gay thing into it, and then next thing you know, like she was 100% like a stud, and then now, so I think that people were not expecting that turn to happen.
So you're saying she was eating a little bit of box here and there behind the scene?
She started off like she was married, and then it was like, that's when I met her, she was not gay. She was still dating men. Actually, she was dating Kevin Brisbane, the guy that there was a dude behind her the whole time that was actually helping her whole show.
You're talking about that one dude who like is a self-help coach and his eyes a little bit.
Yeah, Ken Brisbane. So he was the one behind her.
I like him.
Creating all the like, actually made her kind of who she was. And then I guess like they kind of had a falling out because I guess he might have been poly or something like that, like in the lifestyle. And then something happened to where they kind of like had like a falling out, and he was less behind her. Then it just got to be her. Then she became gay. She started dating B Taylor.
No, what happened was that he got into it with her, or she did something on live and bashed him and said all these lies about him, and he was embarrassed. I think he deleted his Facebook over that.
Yeah, and because they had a relationship, like they had like an actual like sexual relationship. So it was almost like everything that she was saying about men, it was like, what? If people really knew, it was like, what are you talking about? So it was crazy. So I was the one who got her on Real Life Street Stars and was kind of pushing her messages. I was like, I was having my moment of like hating men at some point because I had went through some stuff. So I was on the rampage. So I was like, yeah, and I like was like, yeah, Real Life Street Stars, pushing, what I'm saying, Charleston White and her together, right after she did the Fresh and Fit. That's how I put the whole thing with her and Charleston White. And then I did the Meeting of the Minds. Next thing you know, after that whole thing, and she kind of blew up, then she came out as gay, and I was like, what? Now you're gay? It was weird. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Right. But yeah, man, like, the grifting is real. People grift to wherever they're gonna grift to, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's a thin line between grifting and appeasing to your audience. As a matter of fact, it's really not. Because to me, grifting is going to an audience that is not even your audience and trying to tailor your shit to what you think that they want. To me, that is grifting. But appeasing to your audience, I don't think that's grifting. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the grift be real, bro.
Well, it depends. Go ahead.
There's a lot of people that preach one thing, but they ain't practicing nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Yeah, because I was thinking like they really, I would think they would go hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like grifting is like extreme appeasement. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like it ain't for a specific audience. It's just for whoever willing to listen. You know what I mean?
And to me, grifting, you gotta not believe in what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? You gotta not believe in what you're talking about for it to be considered grifting.
I think that what she had did like 3 different shows on Real Life Street Stars, talking against men, saying this. Her last show she did on Real Life Street Stars, she did a whole 360, saying, "You know what? I made a mistake. Women are jacked up, and women they want you to do this, and women want you to do that, and this, that, the other." And then I think that's when she lost her audience. I think that people don't even understand how important the female audience is. If you have a mostly female audience, you do not want to completely 360 on them because you will lose their support like that. And then she just did a whole 360, you know. So
But I ain't gonna lie though.
And it's a one. It's actually is a 180, not a 360. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, they trying to cook you in the chat, DJ, about this 360.
right, but the 360, I'm not good at math. Listen, my last thing, I was trying to help my daughter on this new math today, and child, I was like, oh my god, I felt so stupid. I felt so dumb. I was like, oh my god, I got to go back to school, elementary school.
Nah, I feel you.
Honey, they got you doing all kind of wild stuff. But I think that you know, getting back to the marriage thing is that I still do believe that I don't know. I think that we should get back to like arranged marriages though. I think that we should get back to that.
wow.
Because marriage based on love doesn't work.
Well, wait. I mean, it's worked for some people. Now, if you're saying that the majority of people doesn't work, nah, because you know, of course, we see that most marriages end up in divorce anyway. But I don't know. I think that's just one of those dices you gotta roll. You know what I mean? Like just how you do with your career, just how you do with your, I don't know, whatever school you went to. You know, whatever. You just gotta roll the dice and hope for the best. You know what I mean?
It can be marriage can be brought up on love. It just people have to evolve. Like when you first meet somebody, especially when you're young, you know it's that love. You know you love it all happy feeling, but you have to adjust with that person. When times get rough, like you can't be on the same level that you was when y'all first started. You have to evolve, you know, because it's gonna take more than love just to keep a marriage. Because you can love somebody to death. Them females used to love the niggas in county jail and in prison and in the fed, but them niggas can't do nothing for them. So shit, they end up losing them, and it can't just be based on love. It has to be more than love.
Yep.
I have a question. Like, what about like when a guy becomes like, say he always busy?
He just fucking.
Nah, don't say that. No, don't say that. You got to. Nah, you whole bullshit. This nigga, bro. He's a black man who doesn't cheat, and he's probably working hard so he can bring home money for you. That's why he's busy all the time.
I'm gonna tell you something. A grown man will make time for anything you want to make time for. People will make time for what they want to make time for. Trust me. But I done pulled an 18-hour shift, you know, to go get some failed tether. So
Here's the question. So, but all right. So he say he's busy, but he sends you IG messages like little.
That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. You want him to see you and take you out. Trust me. Somebody that want
But DJ, I ain't gonna hold you. Like when I was with when I was with my baby mama, nigga, I was on the phone even at work. You know, sometimes, not all the time, but you know, even when I'm busy at work, nigga, I'm on the phone with her, just seeing what she up to, because you know I just had that freedom like that.
So a man that really wants to be with you is going to want to talk to you, want to like interact with you. It won't be I'm busy and whatever, blah 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 blah.
Nah, for real, that's a fact. That's a fact. Well, I hate to say that because then y'all because then women will try to take that and then make it seem like that them being overly excessive about what they assuming is right. I mean that don't give y'all the right to just start thinking whatever, because he could like just make sure that you got the right information.
I'm gonna tell you. So I'm gonna tell you a story. So I've like been talking to this same person for like years, like 10
Cheat on me. Okay, go ahead.
I'm not cheating on you. No, I'm not cheating on you. It was
Yeah, no, it's okay.
12 years, and I finally gave him a chance. But then once it happened, it became a very sexual thing, and then I'm busy, and I'm like, unless it's sex. So I'm like, what was the point of like? Because I had been celibate for like a long time, so I'm like, well, what is the point of like I did this and broke the celibacy thing, but now you're busy, like, but only when you want to do it. It's like you now.
He probably. Let me ask you this: Is he
100?
Let me ask you two
100%
questions.
sex, like nothing else.
Let me ask you two questions, right? How old is he, and is he established?
Well, he is kind of he's not established. He's struggling.
He's a pookie.
How old is he?
In his 40s.
So he probably is he work? Does he work?
He's a pookie. He's the pookie.
Kind of like he hustle. He like a hustler. He like make his money.
He's a pookie, DJ.
Oh, that's what it is.
He's a pookie. I just
At
called
bare
him.
minimum, though, he look at you as guaranteed sex. You know what I'm saying? He's like, look, man, there's some guaranteed pussy. I'm about to keep her around, and I know she probably wants some pipe too. So you know what I mean?
That's pretty much
It's like a symbiotic relationship.
You probably can't even wipe his ass, bro. He just probably
Stop
dead.
simping, Nick. God damn. She
I
said
ain't
she
gonna lie to what.
you simping like hell. He probably don't even know how you know what he know how to do. She been knocking him down for the last 3 or 4 years. So obviously he know how to do something right. Then you ought to look at her for messing with a man that don't know how to wipe his ass. See, that's simping
Oh, no,
one-on-one
he
at his
wiped his
finest.
ass. I make people take tests and everything. You know
You see how you sound? Like you thought you was gonna get some brownie.
I'm with a dude. I'm
Gonna take his
I'll make
spot
him
in
take
the
a test.
rotation or something. Nick, don't be a sugar daddy before you a sugar daddy, my nigga. Come on, man. Get some players, some game about yourself, man. You just desecrated the man. Said he probably don't even know how to wipe his ass. If he didn't know how to wipe his ass, then why she dealing with a nasty ass nigga?
No, he know how
What
to
it
wipe his ass.
is
He very clean
she
guy.
won't listen to me, Mitt. This my niece. I try to help her. I tell her get her a nigga about 55, 60 OG.
Yeah, exactly.
He wear
Yeah,
like
you-
straw hats,
you're right.
two-piece linen suits.
That's
He
what
still
she
got
need.
gators. He got shoes
That's
20 years
what
old.
she need.
And he
That's what
bring
she
them
need.
out. And that's what she need. But she keep messing with these other losers. And every time she open her mouth, everything I say just comes to be right. I'm a therapist just because I don't got the degrees and all that bullshit.
Oh my God! Hey, DJ, real
I be
quick, real
trying
quick question.
to help you.
DJ, real quick question
Feel
though
what
for
I'm
you.
saying? How
So,
you just gonna
do
cut
you
me off in the
actually
middle
want
of
to
my
be in a
soliloquy,
relationship?
nigga?
Because you're
I'm
not
just
talking
saying.
about nothing. You just
I
coming up
am
here
talking
saying
about
bullshit
something.
like always.
DJ
God
Genesis,
damn, bro.
that what you're trying, love, is not working. You're not the man's first choice.
I want to
You-
be in a
it-
relationship. I do
well,
want to be in a
it-
relationship. It's
life
Okay, so you
speaks
do
to
want to
you,
be in a relationship
right?
with him. Okay,
Life
okay.
speaks
Then.
to you, Genesis.
no. I
You
want to be in
say,
a relationship with a man.
but
not
listen to me,
him.
Genesis.
However,
Life speaks
like
to you, and it's very easy. You know how you gonna have a person for
I
you?
listen.
You're
You
gonna
just
be
said
looking at him. You're not looking at him. You gotta. So you
15
don't have
years.
a man. The man you want, you
But
gonna be
no, like
looking at him.
I tend to date men that I've known for a long time. I don't like.
Well,
just,
it obviously he using you just for a blow and go. Okay, ma'am.
Let me ask you this one thing. Genesis, how long y'all been? Well, two things. How long y'all been talking, on and off?
15 years.
15 years. In them 15 years, was it ever some periods of time when he was MIA?
Yes.
That means his relationship with other women that he want to be with ain't working out. You know what I'm saying? And you his guaranteed pum pum.
Damn.
You're not
So
his
you like,
first
and not
choice.
just guaranteed pum pum. You like a rest haven too. So every time
Damn.
he go out there and relationship beat him down, he come back to the rest haven. It's like you like a safe place, like a guarantee, some guarantee. You know what I'm saying? Some guarantee pum pum.
Make sure you strap up, man.
I
But
said
wait
the
a
same
minute,
thing you
but
told me
wait a
about.
minute though. It could be some guaranteed dick for DJ Genesis. Why y'all trying to make it seem like that this nigga playing
Look at
DJ
this.
when
But
DJ
why
could be
you think?
playing him?
But why you think she's still fucking with him? Exactly. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, because
Man,
I'm not one to just be jumping out there and being with a bunch of different dudes. So like,
Right,
But this
women
dude
don't like
really ain't
running
feeling
up the number. They like fucking
yeah,
the
I don't
niggas.
like
Then
if I the
like
one
like
guy I know
back.
that okay, this guy, this.
Ah,
Yeah,
damn,
double
DJ, I try to help you, man. I try to help you, man.
No, you tried to
Well,
help me,
you
but
be answering your
I
own
don't like to
question,
jump
Genesis.
around with
You
men.
say, if he liked me, he would be calling me. Exactly. If he really liked me, he would make time. Exactly. You got your answer. You just don't want to accept it.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Yeah,
It's like,
you
you
got to know
know,
the game.
because you don't seem
Yeah,
too goofy to me. But when women, they act goofy for the dude they like. But when they look in the mirror and say,
Exactly.
so he
Mhm.
really ain't got time. Exactly. You just need somebody to reaffirm what you already know.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
So Reese said,
a
what you get
nigga would
from
drive miles.
familiarity? Like familiarity. I don't like.
Women like
I'm in
familiar dick.
Dallas, Texas. Have you seen the rates in Dallas, Texas? Like
That's why women like familiar dick. So all y'all girls on here, you niggas in the chat, when your girl cheat, it's probably with her past boyfriend. Guaranteed. Or her work husband.
Man, DJ, after 15 years, just you could, hey, DJ, you could just say it, bro. He hitting it right. It's okay.
He is.
He hitting it.
He definitely is doing that. But
Okay then.
it's more
Okay then.
Nigga fucked her head up.
Well, what's the
He
value?
fucked her head up.
kind of did.
Value
I
on that?
ain't
'Cause
gonna
women
lie.
say a man got to go 50-50. What if he only got 10%, but he land good pipe for his
Well,
other
I'm
40%?
help. I help him a lot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie.
Well, there you go. So I don't gotta have nothing. I lay pipe. That's what I do. I'm a plumber.
She being desperate right now. Well,
But DJ, you different though, cause you already got your shit together, so you really don't need a nigga
Look
per
at
se.
this.
You know, you could be like that. You know what I mean? You could just be out here getting piped. You know.
but I'm not gonna be doing that with a bunch of different dudes. Like
That's because
I have
you
that
like
one guy
familiar
that I've
dick.
been dealing with that one dude for like 15 years. You know,
But that don't mean he just dealing with you. So what's the difference with getting somebody else new? He dealing with
Say
3 or 4
that
other
shit.
people probably.
So that's
Specifically a nigga from Indianapolis.
That's my issue. Is that like I gotta like.
Why don't you just keep it real? Say, look, nigga,
I gotta
go
break
to,
free. I gotta
go
break
to
free.
vocational school. I'm gonna pay for you to go to truck driving school. Just lay the pipe, nigga, and we gonna be cool. And then get your truck CDLs and bang me out, nigga.
No,
We
he
can have a
one of
good
them type
life.
of dudes that you can't tell him what to do. It's like he feel like you're acting like his mom.
I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about get you a fresh Negro. And you tell him, look, you can live here.
I have been separating. Like
Okay.
but the pool of like that I've been.
You're a fixer upper kind of girl. You ain't really
Yeah.
the first choice.
Yeah, my type.
Niggas
That's
ain't
my
trying
type.
to. That's why this nigga keeps simping. Go ahead then, Kiki. Maybe you can knock off.
Hey man, go.
Thank you, gun. My nigga, you fucking up my game. Shit. What you talking about?
You ain't got no game, bird brain. So you like a little fixer up, or what they call a builder bear. Just be honest. Say, look, nigga, I'm gonna pay for your truck driving school. Just lay pipe, and after you get your CDLs, you got somewhere to stay. Just keep it real.
But even though I'll be like, hey, because I will be like on some like, hey, do this, do that. I'll help you out. But then
you're a sugar mama.
I'm not a sugar mama.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not a sugar mama. I will not.
Yes, you are. You can call it what you
Yeah,
want.
sugar auntie. Let's call her sugar auntie. A sugar auntie.
Sugar auntie then.
Sugar
Okay.
auntie. I
All
guess
right,
I'm
you
a
got
sugar
it. Just like escorts don't think they're a hoe.
But it's
Strippers
not
they
like
don't think they're a hoe.
I'm
It's
just
all
like
hoeing.
giving them money, but it's more like,
No,
hey,
escort, man.
struggling.
Yeah, okay,
I will
excuse
help.
me.
Provide
Escort.
experience. Provide
High-end.
experience.
Excuse
You know what I
me.
mean?
Excuse me. Yeah. Call girl. Sorry.
Oh yeah, man.
Right.
I mean, but
DJ, you just need a nigga from Indianapolis.
helping out your man. I think you should help out if they're struggling. But I gotta stop with the.
Wait, not a bum, no, not a bum. There's a difference between helping your man and helping a bum.
Exactly.
Y'all judging the man like if y'all dating the man. Let the man win. If she winning and he winning, then I don't see nobody losing.
Man,
You know what I mean?
man, fuck that nigga, man, fuck that nigga. What you
Keon
my
trying to
fault,
slide in.
Keon.
Keon need a place to stay.
Hey,
Oh God, nigga, I'm on this couch, nigga. I need a place to go. Nigga. What you talking
DJ, she was dealing with this nigga for down in 15 years. What we say ain't gonna change nothing.
That nigga on a
We-
30-day
Yo,
notice. He trying to get
that's
him a new spot.
In polygamy. Ain't that some kind of polygamy-ism? She been messing with a nigga for 15 years, bro.
Yeah, she like the
Well, no,
small
like,
wife.
let me
You
just
the
say this.
third wife
No,
that
like
he fuck
I've
on after
known
he go
him
through the
for 15
rotation.
years. I just now started to actually like date him. Like, so I've known
catching
him as a
feelings.
Y'all
friend,
not dating. Y'all not dating. Y'all not
Y'all
dating.
or
not
whatever
dating.
it is. Like,
Exactly.
start screwing him, having sex with him. So
There you go.
I've
There you
known
go.
him for 15 years, and we just like because I was celibate for a very long time because I was
So you
in
gonna
a
be
spirit
celibate
being
for another 15 years?
spirituality and stuff like that. So
All that bullshit.
But
Go
so
out
wait,
the
but wait, DJ. If you don't want a relationship with the nigga, what's the problem? I'm confused of what your problem is here.
so my problem is that like I gotta figure out how to break away from the situation because like
Get you another OG nigga, roll over and grab a shoulder, and when that nigga call, had an OG answer the phone.
just
What's
start
up, man?
having sex with another dude. Like
Get you an
'cause
OG in the house.
I am like what's it called?
When the
A serial
phone ring,
monog-
let
If
the
I'm
OG
if I'm
like
with one
Melvin
person, I'm
answer
with
the
that
phone. Be
guy.
like, "What's up, little nigga?
If
Oh,
I'm with
ain't
that
nothing.
guy, I'm
Oh,
with
I'm
that
here
guy.
now."
I don't cheat, I don't sleep around, I don't do it. I'm with that person. So I don't know how to I gotta like figure out
No,
how to
listen.
break off from that.
Get you a Cedric. Get you a Melvin. Niggas with
Like,
names
hook up
like
with
Shit,
a
that.
find another nigga to break you off. Shit, that's how you break off from that. Yeah, find another one. Shit, fuck 'em.
And let
I don't
him answer
even.
the phone next time he call. No, I'm over here now. Yeah, don't call
You
the
got
phone
another
back
one.
in. That's what you need. OG nigga.
You are not
And
doing
DJ, hey, but
You
DJ, I
want
know you
cool
wasn't
water
messing with
cologne
this
and
nigga.
shit.
I know you wasn't messing with just this nigga for the last 15 years. I know that ain't
Well,
what's going on.
no. Like I said, we were friends. I had a whole like I
You had a whole
you know,
roster?
I've had no. I'm saying I've been in a relationship with another guy, had a baby and everything like this. But like he
Oh,
was
so
still
why you
around the
had a
whole
baby with
time.
another guy? You was messing with this dude on the side. So
No,
you
I
wouldn't-
was
you
talking to
can't
him.
even
We
be
were
faithful.
friends. Listen, imagine like me and you are friends. We talking
Friends.
on the phone. I tell you what's going on in my life. We're always on the phone talking to each other. So
See,
you help me out with stuff. Like my house is something going on.
Trolling now. She
At
got
some
to
point, we
that
ended
little
up
friend
hooking
that your one. That's why my woman can't have no male friends. Cause sooner or later she
That's a
fucking on.
fact,
You.
nigga.
See that?
And
That's
so
a
after
fact.
See
like
that?
so I went through like my priesthood and I was 100% like for like 2
Then
years.
women always come with they celibate. They be
No,
on
no,
balloon
no,
pop
no,
talking
no,
about
no,
they
no,
celibate.
no. My priesthood, you have to be celibate. You cannot have sex during your priesthood because you're elevating your mindset. So what happened is that I went through like 2 years celibacy, but he was still the person I was talking to, helping me out, this, that, the other, this, that, whatever. So when I broke it, I kind of broke it with him. So now it's hard to undo it.
Familiar
because-
D. Women like familiar D. That's why your woman can't have no male friends, because that's who she gonna knock down. The dude on the side, Jody, got your girl Otis. All them niggas. Y'all don't
Man,
listen.
I put my hands on Otis. What you talking about?
He
That's why I
doesn't-
don't like that shit.
He doesn't care that you broke yourself. Let me see.
She'd be like, "This just my friend. Oh, this my cousin. He a friend of the family."
Well, no,
Don't
I'm
believe
telling.
that shit.
Listen,
Leslie.
Genesis girl, why you telling these dudes who don't give about your business? Because I want to hear
Don't
from
believe none of
men
that
what
shit.
because you know what I've been like, because I've been on like how you be online and all these different things come up and you're reading them. I just want to hear from men.
Uh-huh.
What does this mean when
Yeah.
a
She'll
person?
tell you.
And wait a minute. First of all, Ism might not give a fuck about what she talking about, but I do.
Why
What
don't
she
you just
talking
go on her
about?
Instagram, nigga? While you up here shaking your booty and flirting?
I already got her Instagram. I already got her Instagram. Why you hating? Why you hating, hoe ass nigga? Why you hating? I already got her Instagram. Bitch ass nigga.
It's not about like that
That nigga hating, bro. How a pimp hating on a pimp? How a pimp hating on a pimp, man? I just don't understand that shit. That's how you fuck up the game, goddamn.
I wouldn't hate.
That's how you
but
fuck up the
you
game,
got
bro.
one.
I think it helps somebody else.
But I can take your bitches though. But I
bag.
can take your
Be
bitches
quiet,
though.
nigga.
If I can take your bitches, then I must be a pimp.
Somebody else, because you know
You
what?
ain't
My
never took one of
situation
my
helps
bitches. You
somebody else.
never will,
Of
man.
course I haven't, because I'm not around you. But if I do,
Nigga.
you know what I mean. I'm just saying, my nigga, you gonna be you gonna be
Best that
61
ever
and
did
old
it
then.
and got away with it, nigga.
You
How you
gonna be
gonna knock
61
me
and
off?
1, nigga.
You small
Once I
sword,
get there,
you little
61 and 1. And you old as shit,
Be quiet.
nigga. You about to be in the dirt, nigga. 5 years from now, you probably gonna be in that motherfucker. 6 feet under with your old ass. Shut your bitch ass up.
Little nigga, hush your mouth. You ain't jumped off the porch
But
yet.
I don't care. Like, listen,
Buy your kids some Christmas gifts,
chat
nigga.
room
You ain't even on my level
Nigga,
yet.
I already did. My nigga ain't even Christmas.
Yeah,
Nigga, it's
no,
St.
you
Patrick's
know,
Day.
own
Nigga,
now.
I got a big ass clothing
Your
for
own
it.
joint. Only thing you own is a PlayStation 5 and a monitor, nigga. Be quiet.
When's the last time your kids came to come see you, nigga? With your lonely ass. with your lonely ass. When's the last time your kids came to come see you, nigga?
Matter of fact, we meeting tomorrow for Pop's birthday, 85, nigga.
Man, they don't want you. They don't want to come see. They there for the grandpa. They ain't there for
You
your
ain't
ass,
never
nigga.
say nothing good, nigga. When I put up the
They ain't
bat
never
signal,
there for you, nigga.
come together like
They ain't not
Voltron.
there for you, nigga.
Nigga,
They
please.
don't want
When
to
I
hear
put
that
up the
bat
bat
shit.
signal, they pull up, nigga. My childrens, nigga, because I took care of them when they was childrens, nigga. They grown people now, but they still my childrens. When I put up the
And
bat
they
signal,
embarrassed.
they know.
They embarrassed, nigga. They
Embarrassed
got a
of what, nigga?
60-year-old pimp daddy. They got a
Embarrassed of
60-year-old
what?
pimp preacher daddy, nigga.
A lot of my friends' kids are in prison,
Pimp preacher
perished.
Cat
Nigga,
Williams
I think
daddy
I did
on
pretty
YouTube
good, nigga.
talking shit, nigga. They
You got
embarrassed
to
like a motherfucker.
embellish on my name
I
right now,
would be
nigga.
too.
As far as raising some kids, nigga, I did
Nigga,
that.
spell embellish, you illiterate motherfucker.
I
Shut your
did
bitch
that,
ass up,
nigga.
nigga.
So many of my
Yeah,
partners'
whatever, nigga.
friends in prison, jail, not here, got shot, all kind of shit. I did pretty good. You might can take a page out of my book on that one, player.
I don't want to take no
It
pages
ain't
out of you.
easy, but
I don't
somebody got to
understand
do it.
why women get mad when a woman is being vulnerable and asking
Yeah.
questions about what is going on. And like, listen,
Well,
I
because
don't really care because I'm like,
Well,
what
I
what's
tell you the
what's
truth.
happen?
Then you simp nigga. Then you got a nigga trying to get action with you. Can't get the real.
He lives too far.
you the real? Yeah, let that nigga know. What the fuck? Like this nigga does not know who he's talking to. This nigga
Knew
Izzle
which one
don't
I
know who
was.
he's
I
talking to.
named 3
What are
dudes
you
up here.
talking about?
You
What you
knew
talking
which
about?
one
Your
you
bitch ass
was, huh?
nigga. The only reason why I ain't up there caked up right now is because I'm too goddamn far, bitch ass nigga. What are you talking
But
about?
I was,
You just
nigga.
talking, nigga. What is you talking about?
You knew which one
The
I
fuck,
was.
nigga? This shit is real. I do real shit, nigga. You
This
just be
shit was
talking.
real, nigga. You
But
answered
ain't
your
nothing
own
wrong with it.
question.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, brother. We all like it when you talk for some reason. I don't, but you know everybody else do. So go ahead, keep talking, brother. Keep rhyming like Dr. Seuss, my nigga. Everybody love that shit. Seems
Motherfucking
like,
right.
but I do real
Motherfucking right.
shit, my nigga. I do real shit. When I be
I
talking about
rhyme
the
so
bitches
it
I
can be a
talk to,
stain in your
it's because
brain,
I
nigga.
actually do this shit, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like
You
I'm
gonna
not
do
sitting up
nothing.
here fucking capping for you. What the fuck? Why do I got a lie for a nigga with
You
a
can't even knock off
halfway
Genesis.
ponytail, nigga? You
You
talk,
knock off
bro.
Genesis, I might give you a half a stripe.
Ma'am,
Right
sister,
now, you ain't got a stripe,
Nigga,
star,
nobody
or
give a fuck
bar.
about your stripes, nigga. You ain't no general bitch ass
Well,
nigga. Nobody give a fuck
you
about
know
your
what I am.
respect, nigga.
You know what I
What you
am. So
talking about?
say it right. Say it
Nobody care
right.
about your
General, nigga.
about your
Salute, nigga.
motherfucking respect, nigga. You gonna give me
Exactly.
a stripe like I care about
Exactly.
that shit. Yeah, all right, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all
You
right,
ain't
nigga.
got a stripe,
Your
star,
friends
or
was